Jeez. Oh man. Gang, 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 gang. Was really good, family. Was really good. You know what? Should I start off by saying it? I wonder. Let me just do it anyway. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Titans, live from London, UK, all the way to the US of A and worldwide. I'm your host, Kalam L. And this is Talk with the Titans. Jeez. You know what? Yeah. I'm actually starting the show, but I'm not really starting the show. What do I mean by this? I'm actually going to wait for my brother Gabs to come on, and we're going to put forward a nice little show for you. It's kind of ad hoc still, but we're going to still put forward a nice show for you. So right about now, we're going to just chop it up. I want to do something though. I want to do something real quick just to like whet your lot's appetite. And let me do my big gang salute to Sarnetta TV, Black News 102, Sarnetta TV. All right, let me shout them out. And also, Jabari, man. Let me shout out Jabari. Salute. I saw you lot, shouting us out still. So I have to give my big ups and salutes to you guys. And Reggie, of course, man, my saber. You see them ways there. My saber there, brother Reggie. Shouts to you as well. So salute to the family. Oh man, I'm hearing that they're looking to come down. Summertime, close to summertime next year. We're gonna have some, House of Consciousness passing through in the UK and seeing what our scene is saying, how it's popping. And of course it's gonna be real powerful people. Oh man. Young Gally, baby. Jeez. So you saying, family, what should I do? Let me just do this. Let me just share a little link with you guys. So if you lot would like to pop through. Oh man, Melanated Goddess in the building, Kiss Spence in the building, Honey Pharaoh and Sarah, Terry Joseph, Chase. You lot are doing your thing. I like it, man. Yeah, we should do them systems there. Like let me know what number you are when you're liking. Still, we've got 36 people watching live right now. Let me know who's number 9. Let me know who's number 10 liker. Let me know if you haven't already liked, because let's get this real interactive, baby. Let's get it. Oh man, jeez. Okay, man. Says Terry is number 6. He thinks, all right, cool. So yeah, oh man. So actually today, I actually wanted to go through a few concepts with you guys real quickly. You know how we do. Honey Fair was number 9, Shaka G number 10. Beautiful. Born Rich Club Films was number 4. He says I like straight away. Yeah. So I wanted to go through a few concepts with you guys. Actually, I definitely wanted to talk about certain things that I actually spoke about. I spoke about 2 concepts, which was Anupu and also Jehuti. Those are the 2 concepts I want to speak about. For those of you guys who know about the sacred animals that was associated with those particular individuals was, of course, the jackal, the dog, and of course, the baboon, the abyss bird, and baboon and abyss bird. These are some particular animals that was associated with it. And of course, if you are a disliker, let us know. Just say, I'm number 1 disliker, I'm number 2 disliker. I say somebody has unliked or unliked the dislike. So shout outs to you for unliking the dislike, but let me know in it. If you don't like it, let us know why you don't like it. You just re-clicked it again. So let us know why you don't like it. Let us know why you like it and why you don't like it. That'll be interesting. Or you just there to hate. So let's see. What's this? Tahani, I'm actually going to invite you on. Here's the link. Come on. If you don't come on and you keep posting such nonsense, I think I will actually block you. So please come true if you're coming through. If you're there to just do nonsense, I will just have to block you. What's good? Carrie in the building.
Family, what happened to the rest of the books?
Oh man. Oh, was that you?
You know what I mean?
Oh man, Dora, I've got you. The way I'm just reshuffling a few books right about now, I'm going to pull out a few more depending upon what exactly you need. I know that book there is a good start. Why do I say it's a good start? It has a course outline for a child and even for adults, to be honest with you. So, from the ages of 4, 5, 6 years up, all the way up until you've graduated from high school and co, you'll have definitely a curriculum, a big curriculum there, and how you should study and how you should mold your children's mind as well. So that book there that I've given you, That there is a resource book that will last you for quite some time. But if you want some specifics, I've got you same way.
Greatly appreciated.
No doubt. Where you calling from anyway?
Yeah, Miami,
Miami, baby.
Hollywood, Florida, actually.
Jeez. All right. Love that. Love that.
Still at work.
Love that. And you know, we got Ausar in the building. What's good, brother Ausar? Where you at? Where you at, man? Hey, birthday boy. Where you at? Where you at? The whole week is your birthday. God damn.
In the chat, son. What's up, y'all? What's good?
Oh man.
Man, listen. I said, priest in the building. Oh man, my brother Kalam is going there. Y'all know what it is. Kalam is the man with the band, with the plan, with the get you, got. We live, baby.
We live, baby. We live. You know what? We lit, baby. We lit. Can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for today. Do you know what? I had a few shows, you know. I had a few shows scheduled. My brothers were speaking the other day, and they inspired me. I went out and I said, yo, let me go and buy this book. You know what? Yeah. I said, let me go and buy this. Every single time somebody drops a little knowledge to me, I'm like, yo, I'm making a purchase straight off. So I apologize for starting the show late today because I was reading. My mind is completely not even in the show today. My mind is way elsewhere. But you know how we do. So, brother, I want to drop some jewels on Anupu, Anubis, Wapwawet, and that type of system, and also how it relates to the how does it relate to the monotheistic religions as well, if it does relate to the monotheistic religions. Or the Abrahamic faith, should I say?
I would say, well, first and foremost, your Ampu priest is your mortician. So you're definitely going to start talking mortician. When we go to Abdul, or what you guys would call Abydos, there's a hill, there's a mountain in ancient Kemet, and there's usually a mountain in all the major cities in ancient Kemet, which are dedicated to the Ampu priest. So when you talk about the Ampu priest and the anthropomorphic form of the Ampu priest, it starts to bring things home to your Christianity, to your Islam, to your Krishna system concerning the jackal, concerning how you're buried, concerning mummification, concerning several different aspects, concerning the dog star, etc., etc.
Maybe I'm gonna restart the show again. I don't know how I'm feeling, but I'm just here, man. I'm here right now. I'm just looking for some information. I said, let me just put this on live right now, so the family ain't waiting for too long. But I just want to get some.
I would say this. When we talk about Ampu in particular, we talk about when we talk mortician type work, you're also talking about a particular tradition that particular priest have in ancient Kim. So when you talk Ampu priest, you're talking about the translator, right? So when you talk translator, and they did this a lot for Greece, then you talk about is the Medu Neter real or fake, or can it be deciphered? These are the particular priests who would do the translations for other countries and what have you. Similar to what Jesus did when they talk about him speaking in tongues to different nations. So the Ampu priest is where that comes from and who it goes through. So just a couple things concerning him. Not to mention, what he does with the body parts. When you go into what papyrus is that, where he talks about breaking down the different parts of the body, pulling the brain out the nose, etc., etc. So you're gonna make me go dig it up real quick. Hold on. I was watching Ric Flair 30 for 30 and you woo! So let me go dig it up real quick.
Okay. Yeah, buddy. So don't worry, fam. You know, listen, I'm gonna drop some stuff to you guys soon, and we're gonna tie it in real soon. You know, so just bear with us. I'm actually gonna just be searching through some information. Right, okay. So I'm only getting a little notification now that I'm live on air. Listen, YouTube don't have no love for man, you know, no love whatsoever. What's going on with you, YouTube? What's going on? Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, yo, Marquise, where you at, family? Where you at? I need, actually, furthermore, I need Marquise on here as well, man. I need Marquise on here. If you come in on, come on, Sarah as well. Come on, make your presentation known. Let yourself be seen, please. Please, can we get y'all in the building? I'm dropping links before the show actually starts. I want to focus it on these particular initiative school systems right about now. Actually, let me share my screen since y'all going. All right, Sarah in the building. What's good?
I'm cool, King. I'm cool. It's been a while.
It's been too long, you know. Come on, G.
Listen,
hold on, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
Boy, most of us don't, man. Most of us don't. We're just gonna freestyle for a little bit. But what I want to talk about right about now, yeah, is you need to drop what's going on with you. I beg, go. Just drop a little something.
Are we promoting now? Yeah, we're promoting.
We're promoting, baby. We're promoting.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Harlem on the 29th of this month, November, premiering a short documentary that myself and Adoink Vision made. If anyone knows Adoink Vision, he is the mastermind videographer and editor behind Sarah's Corner 1, 2, and 3, Lost Tapes 1 and 2, and my little show reel as well. He's a good videographer. We've done a little documentary on the Harlem Renaissance and also what it means to be a black man. The event is called Be America, and it's basically centered around what it is to be a black man, essentially, and also it's centered around black art in general. So yeah, our documentary is being premiered there, and I'm going to give a little talk on it, you know, and have a little Q&A session, basically.
Powerful. So, yeah, so that's Harlem. Harlem where?
Harlem, NYC. Basically, the venue is being held off. We got the venue, but they're being very secretive about it. So I'm just not going to let it out like that. I think about a week before premiere, they're going to give you the address. But yeah, there should be some cool people there. There's a couple regular Harlemites should be attending, celebrity types, but it's an art event. You know, if you like black art, then this will be the thing for you, basically. But they invited me over, you know, they saw some Sarah Garvey videos and were like, yeah, we're feeling you, so, you know, can you do this piece for us? And because they actually asked me to do a piece for the event. So I did it, and then they said, not only do we like your piece, we're gonna make it the centerpiece of the event. So I was like, all right, cool. So they were like, but we want you to come over to talk about it. And I was like, all right, cool. So, you know, I can fly, just, you know, fly me over. So they were like, all right, cool, accommodation, you know, we'll put everything up. It's all on us. Just come over. So I'm going to gotta hit up 125th, you know, while I'm over there.
Jeez.
You know, I got to hit up 125th while I'm over there. So, yeah, man, I'm going to be over there for about a week, all in all. So, yeah, we'll see what goes down, bro.
Oh, man, powerful. That's powerful right there, you know. That is mad powerful. Upwards and onwards. That's what I'm going to say. Upwards and onwards. Listen,
it's crazy when you get headhunted, you know. It's crazy when they headhunt you, you know.
Hey.
You're not like, yeah, they came for you. You didn't come for anybody. They came for you. So, yeah.
You know?
It's all
jeez. Good. Stepping stones, you know. I just stepping stones. But standing on the shoulders of giants. God Damn. Make sure whilst you're up there, you know, you make sure you now bring down the hand of God and just pull everybody up
Listen,
with you, G.
Anywhere I go, yeah, bro, on a real talk, anywhere I go, like everybody knows, most of my videos started out on Titans TV anyway. So anywhere I go, I'm bigging up you, Gary, Gabs, Titans TV in general, Ty, just the whole Speakers Corner gang anyway. Do you know what I mean? So no, I'm not trying to get like, you know, oh, I forget everybody, because that's just not my my persona anyway. I always remember from where I come from. So, you know, it's a potential to be doing a couple college campuses as well. Before the year's out or in the new year. Because they actually want to start showing the documentary on certain college campuses and have me talking on some campuses out there. So, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got to start somewhere. So it's all good, bro. Like, it's all good.
Power moves, you know. Power moves. I know everybody's getting crazy now. Like, send me the link, fam. Send me the link. How did I know? Man was saying, send me the link. Oh, gosh. Okay. How do I send them the link from here? Bruv, if you're watching right now, yeah, I can't send the link via their messages there, bruv, via text messaging, them ways there. What I'm going to do is post the link up in the comment section right now. And I beg, join in via that means, because I can't send you the link. Okay? I can't send you the link. So please hit it on, and come to you, man. Come to you. Perfect. Cool. Where's man? Like Phil's in the building now. Jeez, where's Gabs at, man? Gabs is just there, online playing Call of Duty. Doesn't he know he's got a whole family here that's waiting to be fed? What's wrong with this guy? Let me holler at him still. But you lot talk, man. Talk.
So you coming to the U.S., Sarah, huh? Huh?
Brother Ausar, I'm coming, man. I'm coming, bro.
You gonna make me go get a plane ticket just so we can drop in on you real quick?
Listen, bro, like I'm hollering a few guys over there, man. I should be meeting up because I think should be meeting up with Red Pill. That's on like a business base. I'm trying to help my friend with this business and stuff. So up, you know, 125th, I'm gonna try and hit up Sarnetta.
Hold up, I'm about to call Saber Reggie for you right now.
Yeah, do it, bro.
We're gonna call him right.
On top of that, and on top of that, Sarnetta mentioned y'all earlier. Sarnetta mentioned y'all earlier, so you know that's a big up. He's showing love. Brother Jabari was talking about Kalam and Titans TV, and the fact that Shamsi utilized them as a reference, and also Brother Jabari corrected Brother Shamsi's actual claims. You know, so it was in favor of Kalam, and Brother Jabari also actually gave praise to Kalam too for the way he handled that actual dialogue. You know, so I just wanted to let y'all know, if y'all didn't know, that y'all did reach Sarnetta and Brother Jabari.
That's good, man.
Sarnetta and Brother Jabari.
That's good, man.
Yeah, they definitely got the message. Yeah, they definitely got the message.
But Sarah, I'm gonna try to also, I'm in the process of making a crown for you, Sarah. So when you arrive, you know what I'm saying, you have one of these to take back with you. So I'm saying I got Kalem's 2 on deck, you know what I'm saying? So I might give you 2, you know what I'm saying, 2 crowns, one for you and one for Kalem.
Listen, bro, that's love, man. I would definitely appreciate that, brother. Definitely. This is what it's all about for me, you know. I'm not gonna lie, it's all about connecting the family on all.
Say by Reggie.
You know,
we got one of the brothers from London, Sarah, coming down on November 29th to Harlem. So give me a call when you get the chance. Uncle Astajet, Uncle Jackson, Dua. Silver.
There you go. Look, you guys are gonna have like the red, black, and green carpet rolled out for me, yeah, when I get there. It seems like, you know.
See if you can't get a debate in, man. Get your Hebrew stuff out. No. Hold on, let me call Sonetta too. I'm gonna just call Sonetta too.
And on top of that, you know, we had discussions with who we would like Sarah to have a dialogue with, and I believe Kalam said Iman Bashir. So we saw that on the phone. Maybe you could get that dialogue.
You know, that could be cool. You know, I don't mind. You know me, I don't run from debate, so you guys know me already. So, you know, it'll be good. You know, whoever, I don't mind, whoever. You know, we want to see what the US family is saying. You
know. Now we got to bridge Canada or something. Bring Canada in, and you know, in the fold. You know,
right? Him and Bashir, that'd be good business.
Yeah, but I told him Bashir is no joke, man.
Ausar and Ka, we got a brother from London, Sarah, coming out on November 29th. He'll be hitting 125th. You probably seen him on Kalam show. Just so y'all know, be on the lookout. I already called Reggie concerning, but if y'all could look out for the brother, he definitely gonna be stomping 125th. Uncle Josh and all right, so they're gonna know. They're gonna know what it is.
They already know.
Right.
I already told them.
I'm doing unnecessary prepping, huh? Let me.
So when I roll up there,
I told Red Pill,
you know.
huh?
Sorry, go on.
I told Red Pill Garfield. Can you hear me? Garfield's waiting for you.
Yeah. I already hollered Garfield, man. I already hollered Garfield already. You know, so yeah, man, it's all love, man. As long as you like show me love, and then yeah, I'll just do what I do, you know.
Yeah, because they already gone.
Yeah, Sarnetta also, I think, said he's coming out to Hyde Park next year sometime. You know.
Yeah, with Jabari.
Yeah, so they're gonna do a tour out there. They wanted to get you guys together as well, you know, Titan TV personnel, and to be involved with the tour, you know, as they go through the British Museum or you know, whatever museum you have out there, you know, Cambridge or you know, whatever museum you have out there. They're going to lead a tour and have you guys come along. So I'm thinking about flying out there with the brothers, you know what I'm saying, with Sarnetta, you know what I'm saying, make it that much powerful.
Yeah, because you know, Jabari works with Anthony Browder, and when he comes out, he works with. There's another guy called Paula Wenger, and Paula Wenger sorts all that out. So I know they've already mentioned it. So Hyde Park will be packed.
When you mention names like Anthony Browder, guys that got shovels in their hands and they digging in the dirt, in indigenous dirt in Mother Africa, you know it's getting monumental and historical, baby, for real.
Right.
The water's disappearing. There ain't no more seas.
You know, on a different note, though, family, I just love the fact that we can cross the pond, like, you know, visually and also physically, you know, and kind of bring the brothers together and sisters together, like with like mind, you know. So essentially, that's the plan, you know, to create a global family. So I'm just glad that it's happening. I'm glad that I can see it happening, you know, because I'm definitely. Sorry, go on.
That's why you have to give homage to Mr. Kalam himself for going there the first time.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? You see, with Kalam, yeah, like if we're honest, like Kalam was the Titans TV is like the catalyst, you see. Like that's the thing that basically brought all the debates from Hyde Park generally to the US. You see, that was like the catalyst. So, you know, Kalam's about to be the godfather of this stuff. Really and truly, if we're honest, like Kalam's about to be the godfather of.
That's true.
Whatever goes down.
Speaker's corner.
Right. I mean, we seen him because I have the Kemet Empire over here, and I was doing KemetEmpire.com, and Kalam hit me on the Google Plus one, and I said, "Oh, they debating over there," so I threw it on the mix, yo. That thing went nuts, and that's when we was just talking in the hangouts. Garfield, Consul, Rap God, etc. Wujau. When we was first starting up the Seshu Ma'ani Medu Nature and all that stuff. So yeah, it's good to see y'all cross and never feel like y'all can't come over here. Hit somebody up. We're gonna take care of y'all, depending on what state y'all come to.
Right, that's good.
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video on Sign Out?
Which one? I ain't seen it. I ain't even been watching Sign.
It's on the he brings up it's on the 55th minute, sorry. On the Jabari one, the last one that I put up. Go to the 55th minute and you'll see it. He bigs up Titans Kalam, and he bigs up our state, Black Eyes TV.
Let me go.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
That's what it's all
He
about.
kind of blew Jamesy too. Kind of blew him up. Gave him some US exposure.
And Gab's got exposure as well.
Man.
Gabs is the man. Medicine man.
What exposure did I get?
You need to go to Sinetta.
Good exposure.
Played your video.
Live on Sinetta, baby. Medicine.
Man. Serious. Go to the 55th minute.
Hey, yo, medicine man. Hey, medicine man. They liked your smile. Let me give it to the family furthermore, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, family. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah. They said, who's that guy? I need to work with him. Jabari said, I like that intelligence.
Everybody trying to gas it up, you know.
I spell.
Nah, word, he said that. He said
no
that.
word of a lie. And you made time excited.
He said he liked how you represented, Kalam. You in Medicine Man. He like how y'all represented, and he got to get with y'all.
Yeah, that's calm, man. That's good love, though, man. Yeah, I mean,
listen, listen, Kalam, Gabs, if you don't want to roll over to come when I'm going, then boy, you can come. You know what I'm saying?
Sarah, you gotta remember. Sarah, you're the warrior. You're the warrior on them lips. We're just behind scenes.
Boy.
When you heading out, Sarah, this month, yeah?
Yeah. I've got to be there on the 29th. That's when the event is. The event's on the 29th.
Oh, speed.
So
and them lot are coming over because if he comes early, because Red Pill, Blue Pill, and KT are coming over.
Yeah, because Terry, you're telling me to do some stuff. You need to your stuff with Red Pill, yeah.
Yeah. So I spoke to Red Pill about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's bridging that gap. UK, USA link up.
Yeah, that's calm.
Bridging that gap.
Yeah.
Ausar, where you at? What part of America you in?
Hold on.
I wasn't understood that. How in the world?
Yeah, 55th minute.
Before we get there, let me just do a little quick.
Oh, when he sent me that video, I was about to turn in. And as soon as I clicked on it, I heard someone saying my name. I said, what is this? The fact that you could have brothers on the street in the UK talking about diet discussions we're having here. This is critical. It gives us a responsibility to get it right because our folks worldwide are listening. It gives us a great opportunity because the world is smaller than it used to be. You know what I
believe, Jabari?
Oh, man.
You know
For you,
Say, but Reggie, my brother Kalam on the line, and my brother Haru in London over here. He was telling us he's coming out there November 28th.
We're talking to our family worldwide, and they are debating the conversation they were having. I don't think that the Muslim brother understood.
Yeah, Sarah be out in New York on the 28th.
But the very fact.
So he coming out there. And I know Jabari debating what's his name, but
on December 12th earlier.
December 12th, okay.
Yeah, so they're not they're gonna be out there. They're gonna be out there earlier, a week earlier.
So he's coming by like November 28th. Sarah, you coming November 28th, right?
Right. Okay. So the event is the event is the 29th, Ausar, right? But I will probably be on 1/25th, either on the 28th or the 29th. I don't know yet.
Shaba right. Reggie, you hear him?
Yes. Is this brother Sarah?
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, he can hear you. He's saying that's correct.
All right. Hey, brother Sarah, you're not the brother that's saying that I'm not a priest, right? And Jabari's a priest?
Right?
No.
Sorry, did he say that Jabari's a priest?
He said that you was the brother who was saying that Jabari's a priest and he's not a priest. That's not him. Sarah, the brother from London, yeah.
No, that's not me.
No, it's the good brother from London over here. Yeah, we.
All good brothers except for the Muslim brother, but the Muslim brother, you tear him up. But
he don't want no problems with me. I already told Kalam, and I told Kalam did the little Adnan show. I was like, he could get it when he wanted. We didn't get no response. So
yeah, he can't mess with you. But no, they have this thing where they say Brother Jabari is initiated and I'm not initiated, right? I don't call myself a priest, but most of these people know, all they know is just a little bit of the 18th dynasty. They don't know anything else more. They know Jabari knows much more, but he doesn't know any text. So I don't understand how these people, and then they say I'm exoterical, and they say Jabari is esoterical.
Y'all, hold on, we live on Titans family. We live.
Let's get it. Bring him in. Reggie, come on, let's get it. Let's get it.
Well, you know, and I know that you are well beyond Jabari in years in this study. People don't even know who you studied under. People don't know that you organized Dr. Ben's funeral. So is that's not even a question, Seba.
Jabari's my brother. I love Jabari.
Right, that we let Jabari gets love from us. I'm just saying, when it comes to people saying goofy stuff, they don't even know your credentials to begin a conversation of that nature. So
ignore them. To a museum.
Right.
Like all you gotta do is you think you're spiritual. Okay, if you're spiritual, how come you don't understand any of the stuff that I'm going to walk you through?
Well, I tell you, my initiation, I had to read that whole museum, and I was never in that museum. And everybody who was with us that was supposedly able to read Medu Necha disappeared. So, yes. So you seen how you get initiated, right? Yes, sir.
You know how initiation is done, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
If you can't do it, like when I was with Dr. Ben and the rest, if you can't do something, you're out. They don't ever ask you again.
Right, right, exactly. So when you put me on the spot, it was read or die, and I'm still living. So I got nothing but respect for you.
Let's get Reggie on here properly, man.
That's my brother. Kalam is my brother, right? And he knows the meta nature, right?
Yep.
And so he actually knows what that process is.
Absolutely.
Right? So I love that brother because a lot of people act like they can have as many titles as they want, but Kalam is he can step back and he can breathe and he can get through it, right? I love that brother, and that doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes.
That's right. That's right.
Because we're reading it on a fly, but together we're incredible. Absolutely. I appreciate I appreciate all the comments. I'm just trying to figure. Here's my thing. My thing is, what is the Wat in Ankh? Right? The Wat in Ankh. Right? Everybody starts talking about the per Ankh. That's the house.
Right.
The Wat in Ankh is the path. Right?
That's right.
So, who can best articulate the Wat in Ankh? I haven't seen any of the priests, right? And I'm not talking about you. Right?
No, they studying what I'm throwing out.
But I'm talking about. I haven't seen any of the priest community of the so-called Nile Valley articulate the Wat in Ankh. I've actually never heard them even use the Wat in Ankh. So, what is the Wat is the path? So, what is the path of life?
Right.
And which group of texts would best put you on the Wat in Ankh? Is it the Sabiat? Maybe. But what is the Sabiat based on? So
and which Sabiat, right?
Huh?
Which set of Sabiat, right? They don't know. Yeah.
So I would tell everybody who think that I started with Dr. George Jim James because I was instructed to by Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben instructed us all to read Dr. George Jim James' Stolen Legacy, right? The problem with with George Jim James' Stolen Legacy, which was our first kind of guidebook, is that it's all written in English, except for some translations of the Memphite theology. That's where you get Kemetic. We got our first Kemetic understanding with the Memphite theology, correct?
Yes, sir.
So he gives the 10 virtues. The problem with the 10 virtues that he gives, those are the ones who are supposed to make you godlike, so that you can relieve your fetters, so that you could have salvation, which is my keru. All of those words are Kemetic words, but what he didn't do is he didn't tell us what the Kemetic words. So if you say salvation, that means my keru. True?
True.
So the 10 virtues guide you. Now the issue is, to all the priests and all of them, what is the equivalent of the 10 virtues in the Meta Nature and where it's found? Now I'll tell you, but if I tell the people and they haven't told the people,
what happened?
The ancestors said, Reggie, you ain't telling the people.
Hold on, Reggie.
Come on.
They said the best kept secrets are best kept sacred. God damn.
Kalam said he wants you on the show, yo. He said he wants you on the show like yesterday.
Kalam is my brother. I mean, and let me tell you something. Kalam, people don't know. Okay, so I'm going through the museum with everybody. I'm going through with the Amira squad. And I got there's a group of people in the Amira squad that know the Meta Nature. But I'm going through with Kalam, right?
Right.
And so we get to this boss, and I'm showing Kalam, I'm so excited. I'm showing Kalam, look, Kalam, the Greeks cannot read yet, but they can draw. And let's look at this boss, and we have the whole kind of Paranimheru drawing right there in Greek, but it's for the Greek. So I go to this glyph and I see it. I've seen it more than 40 times. And Kalam says, Brother Reggie, that's Sarah. So there's a black and a star. And I said, man, you know how many people I brought there that supposedly know Meta Nature, right?
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't look like the Egyptian duck and the star, because the star is different. It's not a circle, right?
Right.
But Kalam breaks that down. So Kalam is initiated. I mean, for people who can see and, you know, who's not book study, who's not reading from the Europeans, and then just regurgitating it, I will always tell anybody that my brother Kalam, he can, everybody else is looking, but Kalam can see. But for all these other brothers who don't know me, don't say that I'm not initiated. I've had an incredible relationship with Dr. Yosef Benjo Cannon. There's no one else that you know that has a relationship with Dr. Yosef Benjo Cannon except for Infidisi.
Right.
Infidisi had the most significant relationship with Dr. Yosef Benjo Cannon. But Infidisi is sometimes in his community and sometimes more private. He doesn't like to get involved in this.
Well,
right?
I always defend y'all too. And we, you know, we just had Infidisi down here in Colorado, but if you know, if you two are not initiated, who could be, right? Who is?
So, and Dr. Ben would initiate you based on, are you capable? So, Azra Kwesi went on Dr. Ben's trips many times until Dr. Ben decided that he was ready. That's why Azra Kwesi makes you go on his trips several times before he gives you a title, because he's going through the same process that Dr. Ben put him through, right?
Right.
And then he would, if Dr. Ben was not well, he would say, Brother Azra Kwesi, can you do this for me? And then that's how you become initiated. You become initiated when your elder asks you to do the work. That's when you become initiated. And you have to have an elder that is the best. Do this for you, and then you become initiated. Now, all of this spiritual initiation, I don't do that. I don't get that. I think it comes with you actually have to do the work for the people.
Right.
Now, for some people to say that their DNA talks to them and stuff like that, I respect that. I just we had the Tepeseb. We have the correct method.
Right.
And the correct method, it is almost more important than the ritual work. The Tepeseb almost always works. Method sometimes doesn't work, sometimes works. Right? But the Tepeseb was the correct method. And that supersedes it. That's the stuff that we can count on, right?
Right.
And then it's the mythology, like the sun being swallowed by Nut and being born 12 hours later. And I can talk about that more. But anyway, I'll shut up. I just was so excited about watching the show in the UK and watching the people do what we do as African people and battle other people. And then I was also so proud of Kalam and others who know the system, right?
Little medicine man, yeah. Little Gabs and Phil and Harun.
Yeah, so I'm so proud of them to be able to articulate it against a great faith like Islam, and we have to do that here against the Hebrew faith and the Christian faith, and be able to articulate. Now Valley science, which I articulate. I don't articulate the religion part of it. So what else are they talking about? Because I've talked a lot.
Kalam, go in, fam. Talk to the peeps. It's your show, baby. I'm just adding spice. We got Saber Reggie live. You know you gotta let him go.
My Saber right there, you know. Reggie, salute. Oh man. You know what, Gabs? I beg, introduce yourself, man.
Peace, brother Reggie. What's happening? This is Gabs, the medicine man. Medicine.
The medicine man?
Yeah, that's the other brother who was standing out there with Shamsi. I think I know Shamsi from the masjid out here, from Sheikh Amjad, as a matter of fact. We'll see when I fly out there, though.
Well, salute, good brother.
Reggie.
So you do Hecka, right?
Yeah, that's the Hecka man.
Reggie, can you hear me?
Who is that talking? Brother Terry talking.
Black Eyes TV.
My brother, what's up, man? Salute.
What's happening?
Black Eyes, what's going on, man?
I need my tour.
He said he needs his tour.
You could have had the tour. You was just so excited about everything else. You could have we could have walked and other people that you was dealing with, man. Huh?
Yeah, I know. But when you come over to England, we'll give you a tour.
You said what?
He said when you move to England, they'll give you a tour of the, I'm assuming the Louvre Museum.
British Museum.
The Petrie.
Yeah, British Museum.
The British Museum, and then maybe we can go out to the Louvre in France. But yeah, the British Museum.
Oh, but mainly the Petrie.
Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all gonna give me a tour? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yo, we're gonna take the high priest to the places out there.
No, I mean, listen, Kalam, he can get me because I've seen Kalam work on Buried in That Role. So Kalam can get me on a good day if I'm not done. But the rest of y'all gonna give me a tour, or you're just gonna walk through? We're gonna walk through. We're gonna stare. We're gonna do what them other dudes do: is just stare at the pieces and get a history, right?
Yeah.
We'll show you hidden pieces that you've never seen before.
He said he's gonna show you some hidden pieces that have never been seen before. He's funny.
Okay. Just got Metanex on it?
Yeah.
We'll go down to the cellar.
He said we're going down to the cellar, the unseen area.
Like Dr. Ben.
As long as it got Metanex on it, because if it ain't got no Metanex on it, then we don't know what it is. You know, it could be a Hyksos,
right?
It could be a Hekasuit,
That
right?
could be that Hittite stuff. Huh?
So it gotta have some writing on it. But you guys are doing some good work, and I'm gonna have to tell Sonetta, if he's not careful, y'all might take the lead.
It's real.
Yeah, if he's not careful, if get too caught up in this personality stuff that we do in New York,
yeah,
then y'all might be able to take the lead. Except for Brother Ausar Khan, and he is one of the best with cosmology. So he is, and with what the rituals are. Now, can I ask all of you, how can people be doing so-called non-valley religion and don't know the spells?
Sure.
That's the greatest mystery.
Hello?
They answer.
Yeah, Reggie. I said that's the greatest mystery, you know? The greatest mystery never told. I don't understand it neither. So you may have to help us understand how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, but even with that, right, as far as what they call the Heka, at some point, this is the reality. At some point, the Heka, it evolved into something else. Heka is a combination of the magic, and then it moved to effective action, right? And then you became an Ak, which is you became an effective spirit. But the word effective is important because the word effective means that it is something that you can expect to happen in an orderly fashion. It's not random. It's not like one person is special and the other person is different. When you become effective, you're pretty much uniform. right? And they had a uniform process to become an effective Ak. And they had this process. So what I would like is, I would like the people who say that they are Nile Valley religious, right, to talk about the Wa'anak, the path of life, and how does one become Makkeru? How does one become Makkeru?
True voice.
And that is Makkeru, for the people who are listening to, is the stage when you are truly justified. You are true of voice, right? So you're the essence of Mad. As if it was a song, you are part of that same wave. You exist in that same frequency. That's like a voice. It's like a song, and you are true. You sing the right note, and you become Makkeru. So how does one become Makkeru on earth and in the Dua, in another world, right? Now you can't rely. I'm not going to be facetious. So what is the process? And that's what I'm asking all of our audiences to do, because we will get attacked by Muslims, we will get attacked by Christians and Hebrews, because if they see it as a religion, they will attack it because they feel that they all have the true religion. We don't have a religion. We have a science. That is our best defense.
Thank you. Hold on, brother Reggie. Can you say that one more time, please? Because the people in the UK need to understand that.
Huh?
Brother Gab.
Can you say that one more time, please? Because the people in the UK need to understand that. That's a big message you just said there.
The people who are attacking the people who study Nile Valley culture, they are attacking us as if we are practicing a religion. And unfortunately, some of us are. But they feel that they have the revealed religions, whether it's Hebrew, Christianity, or Islam. That is what they believe. That is what they fight for. They do jihad with that. That is what they're commanded to fight. We are not practicing a religion. We are practicing what you call the correct method. The Tetep have said, right? And there's a path to do this, and it's scientific. So what we're saying is that we're not relying on divinity to understand divinity for the creation of the universe and the creation of the world and the creation of all these wonderful things. Our ancestors pointed to science. Observe the Kepler beetle. For all you flat earth people in UK, the Kepler beetle is a pair of male and female, and they roll a dung ball, not a flat cylinder, a ball, and then they lay their egg, but they roll it together. And then one of them gets on top and does a dance to try to orientate themselves to the universe as to where are they rolling this dung ball to, so they can understand the light from the universe. And then they roll this round ball to a place, and then they lay their eggs where life comes from. The ancient Egyptians looked at that as science. Guys did, but they looked at it as science. There is no religion that can understand that. That is scientific. You have insects with the universe, not knowing the concept of a God, right? Whether a God exists or it does not exist. It doesn't matter to the insect, but the insect knows the cosmos because it's using the Tetep. And so you Nile Valley Africans got to get out of this thinking that you can pronounce the word netter better than everyone else. It's not in the word, it's in the science, it's in the understanding. And so the religious people, the Muslims who are well studied, the Christians who are well studied, what they will do is they will attack you if they see you practicing something ritualistic. And my question to you is, where are you getting this ritualistic stuff from anyway? I mean, Anuk Natar, what does that mean? What does that mean? A Nezarek Natar. What does that mean? Are you being symbolic or symptomatic? Are you saying that face netter? That's a Nezarek. I see a face netter, meaning I see you, God, and then Anuk netter, I am God, or are you just giving praise to the universe by saying in Nezarek netter, meaning I know that these principles exist, and Anuk netter, I can follow the principles. See, there's two different things going on. The one group of people believe that they could see God, they could see, and they're being possessed by the netters. And the other group says that I respect the divinity, right? And I'm going to follow your principles. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Difference between the priest and the Ikar, the people of knowledge, the layman would go a certain way, but the priest happened to see it a little.
Yo, you there?
I think he got cut off.
Who are the priest? Now, Imhotep was we read the Stella of Yabu. And anybody who's talking to you about Nile Valley and don't know the text, then just turn to. So inside the Stella of Yabu, Raman Stella. This is the stela written in Potomac time of an earlier period where Zoser or Neterket body, God body, divine body, Neterket, he was experiencing floods and he was going to lose his kingdom. So he did two things. He asked to go into he asked for the priest, Imhotep, who was a scientist, to tell him two ways in which the Nile was not flooding. He said, so he went into the records, and if I was in the UK, I would bring my material, and Ausar Khan would bring our material, and we would read the Famine Stella together. And so he went into this is the only place, the Stella of Yabu is the only place where you have a Nosud Bidi commanding a priest to go into one of the abyss. They call him one in the house of the abyss, the Pierre Abyss, to go and read the scrolls of life, in the soul, the souls of Ray, the Ba of Ray. So the Ba of Ray is the text, and is the only place where you're going to find this saga. So he goes there, and he's commanded by the king, and he comes out and he points to, you have to go to the south, and the south has everything that we need to build this kingdom. And the south is where our ancestors came, and the south is where we have to set up shrines for the south. We remember from who we came, because this is why this is occurring. Now, yes, it's part religious and part scientific. But I'm telling you where you could read it, and then you can make the distinction. Because these things are written. Now, as I respect the great faves, and I have to, because, every place is not like America. in the United States. So people are less tolerant. And so I'm going to be very respectful. We have a living history. We don't have just one book. We have thousands of people living and writing very similar documents about how they live the Wa'anok, how they live their life. So in the religious documents, we have, groups, patriarchs, and we're supposed to follow the patriarchs. The Nile Valley system is, what about the regular man? The regular man and regular woman was important. And so we have of biographical statements, paradigmatic rules, funerary walls, and artifacts, talking about the regular man, not the patriarch, because in ancient Kemet, if you look at the eloquent peasant, if you read the story is looking for Ma'at in the regular man, not in the priest, not in the king. The king, the Nosabidi, became a scribe of a regular peasant who knew Ma'at better than the whole kingdom and put it on trial for his property. That is where you find our people. Our people is not in the clergy, is not in the great sages. It is in the regular woman and man. Right? And in that story, that whole story, there's no Heka, there's no spells, there's no prophecies. It's just a man trying to sell his goods to feed his wife and his family. And he does it with Ma'at. He does it with justice. That's what we're saying. We do not need an intermediary between ourselves and what is correct. Whether you want to say it's a God, we don't need an intermediary. That is the teaching of Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan. That is the teachings of Dr. George C.M. James. Those are the teachings that we that Nile Valley students who were taught by Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan follow. We want the Tepa said, we want a sure path to being Makaru and principles that I can follow and I can judge. I can tell my son and I tell my daughter and be judged in my household with my wife. Right? And that is very similar to a lot of the great faiths, except for maybe a Yahweh or Yeshua or Allah is not there. Why? Because the Kepler beetle, he can understand the universe without understanding, without knowing the name of a God, just like any other snake or animal could understand the natural principles of the universe without but understanding the divine, that there's a divine there, but not being a cat and a dog, a lion, any of them. They don't pray. We're much more sophisticated, so we should acknowledge it. But the fact of the matter is that there is a path of life, independent of that. The sun, if you want to call it Ra, that's fine, will rise and fall every day. You can count on it. You can use it to count, right? That will happen every day, no matter what, right? As long as things are in a uniform and good form. And so the Nile Valley Africans understood that, and yes, they mythologized it, but the scientists the ones with the greatest grade, they understood way past the mythology and the religious texts. So was there something else you want to talk about? I hope that was helpful.
Absolutely. Dua, 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 and one more dua. Say ba.
Yeah,
Jeez,
I have to get away with, because if I don't do this as a Nile Valley African, then any other thing that comes up, the meta-nex has not been deciphered, a flat earth, and even basic scientific principles can be misused. I had this flat earth brother, Curtis Cause, pull out a formula on the Pythagorean theorem and relate it to curves without showing the formula that relates to the Pythagorean theorem to curves.
Right. I see.
Right.
That.
So how do we use European science without understanding science? Right. Now, I'm not saying that all science is European, and I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if there is a Pythagorean theorem by a European, right, named Pythagorism, that was stolen from the Nile Valley, because the people who did the Pythagorean theorem, they never built any great structures, right? The Greeks never built anything great. They copied it from ancient Egypt, so ancient Kemet, from the Kemetu. So if you're going to use that structure, and that structure is in the Ren mathematical papyrus, why don't you cite the Ren mathematical papyrus? And if you did cite the Ren mathematical papyrus, you would see the word tepeseb.
Yes, you would. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, you would. Let me see if there's any questions of Kalam going. Kalam.
Jeez. Yeah. I'm gonna bring it in now. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it in now. So what I would like to actually discuss is like a schooling system, a temple school education system, because more of the times, my brother quite rightly said there is the religious people who want to religiousize Kemet, okay, and take that aspect of Kemet where Kemet is not founded and built upon those principles. The first principle is actually founded and built upon is Ma'ah, or what we consider to be Ma'arech, which is the search for truth, the search for knowledge itself. And the foundation of knowledge is really to do with the scientific method, which is the Tep-Heseb, okay, the correct method, the right methodology of actually doing things. So let's go into that. One of the correct methods I wanted to actually touch upon, all the multiplicity of layers I would like to touch upon. I want to see if my brother actually acknowledges this as well. For me, when I look at Kemet and the school system, there is literally 3 levels, okay? 3 levels of understanding. The number 1 level that we must all stand upon is science. If somebody does not stand upon that foundational principle of gnosis or knowledge and science, okay, we can hardly consider them to be following in the path of the ancestors. That's number 1, is science. After number 1 of science is number 2. Is philosophy. This is when we start talking about the divine principles, okay? And then more time, the people would like to stick on number 3, the third aspect, which is the mythology, okay? The moral mythology and the natural mythology that is taught inside of the Kemetic school. More time, people will stick on that principle itself and not understand the foundation. And to my appraisal of the situation, I think that's what my brother Reggie is trying to fight against the mythology and the ritualization of Kemet without going through the due process of going through the science itself. Is that correct, Reggie?
I think that you are absolutely correct. I would, and so yes, I accept those all those tenets, and all those tenets could be found in Dr. George C. M. James's book, The Stolen Legacy, right, where he talks about the grades and he talks about the different areas of knowledge. So I'm just going to initiate you. Right? I'm a student of Dr. Joseph Ben Joe Cannon. I am a student of Dr. Leonard Jeffries. I'm 52 years. You could see me doing this work in my 20s, right? You can see me on stage with Dr. Ben and Dr. Riquetti Amen. You can see me with Dr. Jacob Carruthers. You can see me with many of the members of ASCAC, the Association for the Study of Classical African Civilization. You can see me with Dr. John Henry Clark. I'm the only one besides Infidisi Jehudi Mas and Seba Haru Samaj was also there in parts. So he was also there in parts, but there was different parts, right? And then, and so I know many of the people. Some of my teachers have been in the school of UNEFR, right? And the craft of Amen Ra, I know that they exist, but that belongs to Asra Kwesi side, who is a student of Dr. Ben, but I know the craft of UNEFR. I know many of them, and Professor James Small is the current high priest, and you saw him bury Dr. Joseph Ben Jokanan, Dr. Joseph Ben Jokanan as the high priest of the craft of UNEFR. And I am a supporter, helper, student of Professor Small, and I helped render many parts of the Peridim Haru of Dr. Joseph Ben Jokanan. Of the
Dr. Leonard Jeffries
of the ceremony. Okay. So I did. Now, I would say to you is that what to say it in ancient Egypt. And those things that you just said, I will give you 5 of them. Sia, Hu, Heka, Mat, Guru, Ma. I will give you 5. Now, I will tell you why. But first, what do those things mean? Sia, Hu, Heka, Mat, and Guru, Ma. What does it mean?
Sia is wisdom. Heka is the magic, or the creative magic, if you will. Sia, Heka, Hu is like eternity. Sia, Heka, Hu. Help me out. Ma'at is righteousness, or to be able to see.
Hello?
Yeah, can you?
Hello?
Yeah, Saber, can you hear me?
Barely. Hello?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Ma'at.
Ma'at, I would say, is righteousness, or the ability of sight.
Okay, and Geruma.
Go ahead, brother Kalam.
Go ahead, because I could.
Geruma.
Silence is kind of more like silence. Righteous silence.
You can count on Kalam. With Ausar and Kalam, you can count on those brothers. So Geruma is the same as the Indian. They took it. The Indian took the word Guru Ma as their high priestess. So if you look up Guru Ma in India, you will see Geruma. Geruma means the silent, self-mastered, infused with mind. So the master is always silent. He doesn't have to speak a lot. He's infused with mind. He's the monk, the Guru Ma. So now, where does George C.M. James? Give me the first 5 virtues of the George C.M. James. Anybody?
So why is this silent?
First 5 virtues of George C.M. James, 10 virtues.
Man, I can't remember. I gotta.
Reggie's giving out some homework. Some homework.
Sejam was one of them.
I'll give them to you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Control the next action, steadfastness of purpose, identity with higher ideas, evidence of a mission. Those are the first 5, right? Can you look them up? up. Somebody can Google them. Control of thought, control of action, steadfastness of purpose, identity with high ideas, evidence of a mission. Can somebody Google that? Make sure.
Somebody Google it. I'm holding this phone like this, yo.
So you can't Google. So you're not. So the brothers in the UK can Google it now. So control of thought.
Yep.
What does that match with? Sia. Hello?
Yup.
So remember I said Sia who hekamat,
Yes, sir.
right? And Geroma. So Sia matches with control of thought. The next one, control of action. Heka is effective action. Sia, Heka, who is purposeful, divine purpose, right?
Right.
Control of thought, control of action, steadfastness of purpose. Identity with high ideas. That is the Neteru, right? But that is Ma'at. Ma'at controls the balance of the Neteru. Even the negatives is all in Ma'at. But I could say the Neteru, or I could say Ma'at. I prefer Ma'at because Ma'at is encompassing of all the Neterus. And then control of thought, control of action, steadfastness, purpose, identity with high ideas, evidence of the mission. The Guru Ma is the one who is infused with Ma'at, right? He is mission oriented. He is the one in Amenhotep. In Amenhotep, that is, they're talking about the Guru Ma. So you can look up GRWMAA, Guru Ma, and you can look up Amenhotep, and you will find that word associated with Proverbs. So what I did for you is I'm giving you a tepesep. I'm giving you a correct method. You have to be able to control your thoughts. You have to be able to control your actions. You have to be with your thoughts and your actions. Then you always have to identify with the higher ideas, the principles. And then you struggle to be a Guru Ma. You become silent and self-mastered, right? Infused with Mat. That is a tepesep. That is a method. So that equates to what my brother said, because in controlling your thoughts, you're categorizing these areas of knowledge, right? What is science? The different branches of science. What is philosophy? You're controlling your thoughts. You're being ordered. You're studying. You're memorizing. That is control of thought. Control of action begins to how you transition from your thoughts to what do you do with the information? How do you begin to live your life? And then you become purposeful. You use it to wield it like a knife or a sword or a piece of chalk. Then you identify it with the high principles of the universe. And then you become self-mastered. You're on your way to being Makeru, right? Makeru is one of the 10 virtues, right?
Yeah.
But you become, so I'm telling you, so that has nothing to do with religion. And this is the way I learned. But the difference is that I had to go back into the Meta Nature and find what the 10 virtues meant, what George Jim James was saying, because the Europeans had taken it and they had put it in their Masonic rituals, and I had to come back and strip it out of the Masonic rituals. And I have this incredible text where I have a Grand Master grandmaster, and he's talking about his expertise.
Talking about ear setting.
Yes, but when we go to UK, or then I'll read it for the people who I really think would need it. But I don't give people a lot of this stuff, because then they act like it was always there, that they didn't have to sit as a scribe. They steal it and they don't give anybody any credit. So I have to do it in a way in which the people who I work with and stuff, they get credit. So if you did those first 5, Siahu Hekamat, and work to be a Geroma. A Geroma is not a priest. He is someone following the Tepeseb. He's infused with the principles, infused with the knowledge, right? And that is the way, if I was going to talk to anyone who's a Christian, a Muslim, a Hebrew, for the most part, I should be able to prevail, because they do not have a Tepeseb. Their method is to try to follow the patriarch's life and teachings, right? Mine is control your thoughts, control your actions, be steadfast of purpose, identify with high ideas, and have evidence of a mission, be mission-oriented. With that, now Valley Africans in the UK and those in America that's looking, then we can forge a new day, right?
Absolutely.
Because if I rendered, how can I say, ikar hek, or hek ikar, or a spell is left up to the, it's left up to a third party, another party, to actually render something after an after effect. I would rather have a Tepeseb than to deal with the unknown. Okay, so that's Saber Sarkar, you have anything to add, or anybody from the UK? Anybody from the UK want to debate me on this? Any super scholar in the UK, you want to debate me on this? Because anybody who's initiated, I want to know anybody who's initiated. Tell me who initiated you, and then debate me on this.
Shamsi?
Ain't nobody is qualified as Saber Reggie. I mean, everybody got to sit humbly at the feet of Saber Reggie and listen to the wisdom teachings. Come on.
No, I mean, I appreciate that, but you're all the best. For this generation, you are all the best, right? So you are my brothers. In Now Valley, we believe in how can I say, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's a car. Yep. A car, right? You see the rising sun and you see the 2 baboons. One is yesterday, today, tomorrow. We believe in that quantum experience, because tomorrow you may be my master teacher. Like Ausar Khan is good enough that I can call him Saber. Like I have to stop and listen to him, right? Because he's younger than me, but he's good enough. Kalam is good enough for me to stop. And I'm looking at something I've looked for the last 10 years. Kalam says, Brother Reggie, that's Sarah. I'm like, you're good enough to be at that moment. So we're all there. We're being prepared for moments, right? And so you brothers that were dealing with the brother, the Muslim brother, that was your moment. That was a quantum period. It's either you have a system or you don't. When I observed it, I said, you know what the problem is? I have to give them Siahu Hekamat and Geroma, so that they could defeat something like that scientifically, and not leave it up to an all-knowing, all-pervasive God. I'm not trying to mess with their faith, but I'm saying independent, because even in one of their folklores or something, they say, trust in Allah, but tie up your camel. They say that, right?
Yep.
Trust in Allah, but tie up your camel. So I'm dealing with the tie up your camel. Du's a tekaseb, right? And then if you get good fortune, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But just don't be uttering words and phrases and think that or pronouncing things and think that is going to get you through and that's going to save our lives. That is not going to save our lives. What's going to save our lives is Sia. Why? Okay. And I'll talk to y'all again at another point, maybe with some illustrations. But I'll talk to Kalam because I know he knows it well. He knows it is good, and I'll talk to Ausar and Carl. So the question is, in the book, in the Amduit, right? There's the Amduit, and then there's the Book of Gates. One of them deals with Ra.
The Amduat deals with Ra's mind. I always tell people.
And he is going through these cycles of the day, right? He's going through, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one is dealing with the Nosut. Right. The Nosut is going through the cycles. Ezra, right?
That's the Book of Gates.
Okay. So now, if you want to see how practical the ancient Egyptians were, so I'm going to initiate anybody who's listening, right? And we'll talk about it and we'll build a study on it. Look at who's on the solar boat. Those are Ra. We gotta remember, at this point, Ra is Eweth. He's a corpse. Yep. Correct?
Right.
And he needs these guides to get him through. Who's on the solar boat?
Sia, Heka, Sa'a, Ma'at, yo, and he holding them up. He holding, and I believe 75 Neteru eventually end up on that boat at some point in time. 75 aspects of
right, but who are some of the main ones? So say it again.
Sia, Heka,
yes.
Sa'a, Jehuti, Ma'at, Ausar, who are the others that deal with the
Set Weaponer.
Right.
The opener of the way, right? Weaponer, Heka is usually who's on the boat? Sia, who, and Heka. Okay, so if I said Sia, who, Heka, and Ma'at was on that boat, right?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm talking about the same. I'm coming back to the Wa'anach. Those are the same qualities that I'm asking you to master, because those are the same things that the Kemetu believed helped Ra and the Nosut through their times. Do you understand what I'm saying or not?
Yes, sir.
Am I missing you? Huh?
No, we understand perfectly.
See who Heka and Ma'at are on that boat.
Your wisdom.
With the weak Aref, or with the weak Nosut. They're on that boat, right? On I think the Book of Gates. They just have Sia. They don't have all of them. They just have actually two and Aref. So they have Sia and they have Heka, right, on that boat. So do you understand? So I'm showing you where the 10 virtues are. Where Judge Jim James said, if you said those are nice, those are 10 virtues, but where did he get them from? He got them because they're on the solar boat. Because it's the solar boat in this mythology that gets Ra through and the Nosut through the 12 hours of the night, so he can be reborn. So those are the same that you use to get you through the Wa'anach.
So you're looking at your mind in its righteous stance when you look at the Amduat going through the night journey.
Yes, and your actions. Control your actions. control your thoughts, control your actions, be purposeful. Isn't that what they're doing? And understand my art. Isn't that what they're doing on the solo boat?
Absolutely.
Isn't that what we should do?
Absolutely.
Right? It has nothing to do with the religion. It has nothing to do with religion. So the Nile Valley Africans, you can chant all you want. You can go say Uncle Josenev as if that's the only words that you know, but the leader, he relies on Ankh Waz Jed or Ankh Jed Waz. Why? Because he lives on, he needs power, he needs life, and he needs stability, right? He gives Uncle Josenev to the people, but he has to have Ankh Jed Waz. So when we're around and saying Uncle Josenev, why are we saying that? Why are we saying that? Is that the only words we know?
Right.
And put it in this context, you can only have Uncle Josenev if you have a leader that has stability or leadership that has stability, power, right, and life. And then you can have Uncle Josenev all you want, but if you don't have
right
power, then you can't have Uncle Josenev. See, that's when religion falls completely apart. Any Nile Valley practitioner, you're upset with me, you come and you debate me on this. And then you show me, and we can go to any Nosut, and we can see where we can look for Uncle Josenev, and we can look for Ankh Waz Jed. And you can look it up right now. Google it, Ankh Waz Jed or Ankh Jed Waz. And you will see there's actually, you see how some people walk with an Ankh? There's actually a symbol with Ankh Jed Waz together. There's no symbol of Uncle Josenev together. Those are three distinct signs. But if you can see Ptah, Ankh Jed Waz in their hand, in his hand. Go look. Now I'm only just showing you. You gotta. I mean, I know who your teachers are because who your teachers are, but I know who the teachers were because in my lifetime I was able to meet some of them and sit at their feet. Right? I didn't meet Diop, but Dr. Jeffries talked to Diop like maybe once every 6 months. I could hear him talking to Diop in French. Right?
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't make me spooky. It's just that what I actually saw. So but I want to know from the UK, like, I just want you, I mean, your debate, just like we debate. This is a big issue. Now, I love Brother Jabari. It's just that my teachings is much more pragmatic. Their teachings are that you could, if you master the personality of the Kemetu, you can become like them. I think that there's a much more stringent process. I think there's Sia, Hu, Heka, Ma, and Geruma. I think that is the Wat and Ankh. I think I can, I don't want to babble, but I just don't think, I know a lot of people who study Nile Valley culture, and they're into spirituality, and you take them to a museum or you take them to Kemet, he was on the wall.
That's true. That's true. All I gotta say is when, like I said, we walked through that Brother Dr. Issa. Shout out to Brother Dr. Issa. But when we
shout out to Sonetta.
Shout out to Son.
Black News 102. If it wasn't for me working with Brother Sonetta, I couldn't even do this work. I'll still be by myself. But anyway,
Brother Sonetta, man, when we walked through that museum, it was me and you and Brother Fortune. And if it wasn't me and you and Brother Fortune, everybody else would disappear. I'm like, where's everybody at? You know, aside from the 30 people that was walking with us to get the tour. Even when we went over to show that the Ramesh are vegetarians on the wall. when you said when you read that brother Ausar break that wall down, everybody disappeared. I said, where my teachers at, man? I said, all right, I got it. So yeah, if say by to me, if say by Reggie or say by Infudisi don't validate you, you're not valid to me, in my opinion, personally. Even though you may have the pedigree from elsewhere, I have to sit, I have to know. And if they say so, then I believe it's a go. And he's always validated Kalam and Medicine Man, Brother New Beginning, Alexandria. I'm telling, initiated on the spot.
Terry Spirit and those other people from the UK. I like your spirit because you're much more humble than the people that I meet in New York and stuff. They want to come and they just want to open up their chest like Superman and reveal their S on their chest and say, yeah, I got initiated. And I'm like, yeah, so what? Initiated by who? And, you know, and it doesn't mean, it doesn't, look, they get upset with me, so I don't want to.
Shout out to
because what I did is I said the key UK, because you don't have to, how can I say, you're not under the same problems we are under ego problems in America, the United States. You're not under those things. You seem to have a much more study-oriented environment. So I would say the system is, if you look at the mythology, it's the solar boat. It's the day boat and the evening boat. It's the netchers on it, but don't look at them as netchers for what their purpose is. And then relate that to how they're helping the EWF or Yahweh. Sorry. But EWF is, I'll do this for you.
That's the real Yahweh.
I'll do this for you. So EWF is Yahweh. So in the context of that he's a corpse, what do I mean by this, right? This word. Well, in the Greek faiths, you can never have a relationship with God. You have to have an intermediary, right? So when Moses, Moshe, and what is the Muslim word for Moses? What's his name?
Musa.
What's Moses' name in Islam?
Musa.
So when Musa, having their revelation, or they were having the voice of God when God was first instructing them, it was in night in ancient Kemet, meaning the sun was down, right? That is the only way that you could not talk to the Creator at the height of the sun. You could not. So you had to wait until, in this particular place, they put it in pretty much in the evening, in the beginning of the evening, and they put it in burning bushes and things like that. So Ray becomes on the earth, and that you can have a relationship with him. In Nile Valley, you see that you are not talking to Yahweh. You're talking. You're not talking to Ra. You're talking to his intermediaries. They're the ones who guard for him. They're the intermediaries. They're like Gabriel, right? Gabriel is like a combination of Heru and Set things. Or you could separate it. Let me just put it like this. The whole damn scene in Revelation is the Amduit. Okay, you got it?
Right.
The ending of the world, all of that is the Amduit. Okay, you got it? You got it? I hope you got it.
The Egyptian origin of the book of
Revelation. The Amduit, the whole thing of Revelation and all the things that's happening and all of that, you can correlate it to the Amduit.
Yup. Got it.
So I don't really need to. I see the difference is I talk differently than the religious people, because the religious people they give you a lot of information. They just don't give you a system. So our task at another point is to actually look at the primaries and then to show these big ideas that I'm saying. But I don't want you to go out there and have a conversation with a Muslim or Christian or Hebrew without having a system. Because I guarantee you, if you master your thoughts, if you order your thoughts, if we have schools just to order our thoughts and do nothing else, and then after we've ordered our thoughts, then we can begin to do action. You have to order your thoughts to breathe, black family. Everything has to be connected in a way in which we don't completely understand, but we have to be cognizant just to be able to breathe, to exhale. So we need thought. We need action. We need purpose. Since without purpose doesn't lead anywhere. And then we have to use that and begin a study of identifying it with the Neteru and understanding Mat, Isfet, right? Ra, Apep, right? Heru, Set.
We there still, family?
The Prasad, Neteru. The 9, the 8, the Kemino, the 9, all the other Neterus, huh?
No, I was saying the 9, you're right, with Jehudi at the top, or the Agdad. Yeah.
So we have to look at the mythology. We're looking at the mythology for clues, because our ancestors, they wrote it down so that we can find the clues if we ever got lost. So we have more than a Bible, more than a Quran, more than a Torah, and we have it written by multiple hands to show that it was alive, and it wasn't tampered with, because you can go from, or you can see it when it's tampered with.
Right, we got the primaries. We got the primary resource.
That's correct. Written in stone. And then we have it earlier. We have it written in petroglyphs from South Africa, right? We have Naphtaliya. We have it earlier. We have I showed Kalam and I showed Ausar and Ka. I showed in pre-dynastic Kemet in Napata, where there were pyramids written on the vases, and that pyramids weren't built yet.
Right.
And no, they weren't built by aliens.
I think you showed me the cuckoo. I know I talked to one of the Maasai priests the other day. He's visiting in Seattle, but he was showing some stuff, and that's when I put in my book the cuckoo people, or the Khoisan people as they call them. They have some of the Medu on the side of that snake that moves when they do their ritual. There's some of the early Medu on the side of that snake. Somebody just needs to go film and do a documentary on it.
Yeah, and so we get the same symbols. We get Apep, or we get concepts of Heka, because Heka was effective action. He was able to hold the snakes, understand that, and then so we have the language much earlier in different type of forms. So we have an incredible, unlike the great faves, they don't have anything ancient, or everything ancient becomes evil. For brother Zion Lex to debate brother Jabari, and because
Saber Reggie,
I don't want to,
not to cut you, tell Jabari to get the Nash papyrus for the next time Zion Lex asks if the Ten Commandments match with what's in ancient Kemet. So he can read it right from the Nash Papyrus and show him the correlation, because Zion continues to go around the Ten Commandments and goes everywhere but the Ten Commandments. Tell him to download the Nash Papyrus to end all that foolery.
Well, that's why we need other scholars. This is not a one. The difference is that what I like about you and some of the other scholars is that you actually use the text, right? So the problem is that a lot of times what we do is we articulate stuff, but we don't know where the text is. Right. So what's going to win us today? What's going to win us today is where these texts are. So if I talk about Sihu Heka and Ma'at, I'm going to put that in the Book of Gates in the Amduit. I'm going to show you that they actually exist. I'm not just going to be talking about them in void. If you're going to talk about something, you're going to talk about the Nash Papyrus, where you're going to be able to say where parts of Deuteronomy or other ones exist in this particular primary piece, which is your work. Which is your work. But it's, my problem with the Nash Papyrus is that it's written in it's not written in the Medu Neter. It's written in what is it? It's Hieratic or Demonic.
I think it's demonic. It's a demonic. So, I could read a portion of it. My demonic is bad.
But the beautiful thing about it is okay. So what you do is, can you tell us all what you know about the Nash Papyrus?
The Nash Papyrus basically has the Ten Commandments and a few others, and it reads in Demotic script. So when a Hebrew goes elsewhere and reads other commandments, because they say there's 634 in the Bible or whatever the case, and you ask them to read the 10 commandments or the ones in particular that match up with the 42 virtues of Ma'at, or negative confessions, if you will, and they don't go there, we pull up the Nash Papyrus and we show clearly that here they are. I don't know which ones you're reading, since you don't want to go to the ones I'm asking you about, but here's where to find them. This is the Nash Papyrus. If you don't know your own primary resource, my Hebrew brother, we got a problem. And they read accordingly to the 42 virtues of Ma'at in particular, the eight match up.
So they're going to say, okay, so the Nash Papyrus, so I'm pulling it up now. So the Nash Papyrus, what they're going to say is, well, this is not Demoic. This is the oldest Hebrew manuscript known at its time, before the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, but the problem is with the Nash Papyrus is that it was the four fragments were in Kemet, in Egypt. So it came out of ancient Egypt, right? So that's where it was actually rendered. So the issue is, how does the last forms of ancient Egyptian language, Demotic and Coptic, how does it go? How does it connect to these other faiths? So it says the text was first described by Stanley A. Cook in 1903, though dated by Cook to be the 2nd century AD. Subsequent reprisals have pushed the date of the fragments back to 150 to 100 BC. So if it was rendered in 150, 100 BC, you have lots of people living in ancient Kemet being exposed to the concepts of ancient Egypt and taking it for their own. If I was doing an advanced study, I would show you exactly where and how they did it, but I'm not going to do it over the phone, or on a chat. I talk to some people who are really interested, and I'll show you where they were gathering it in Hebrew and other languages Greek, I would show you where the school was. But nevertheless, so the difference is that we have these. We know where these primaries are, and we can talk about it. But I want to hear from the UK. Because the brothers from the UK, they have some really good ideas about how to disseminate this, and so I do accept the way that the good brother was breaking down the components. So I want to hear more, and then I can for you guys. But brother, so is there any more? What else are you thinking about? UK.
All right, let me open it up. Brother Gabs. Listen, man, what you saying, King?
Yeah. I was gonna say something quick. I'm happy for what Brother Reggie was just delivering to the UK audience and some powerful information being shared, especially on talking about being initiated into a system. It's definitely something that needs to be put out there to some of our UK members, especially even me myself, because obviously it's been more of a journey where I had to teach myself. I learned myself. I started off watching Sarnetta TV, Brother Polite, Shaka Utmost, all the US guys, and that's what kind of got me onto this whole journey that I'm on. And you know what I mean? And it's propelled me. So I know someone like me, if I was to get that, that proper learning and understanding, like the good brother Ausar, even Kalam and brother Reggie and Infant Dishi have on, like, the Medinetra and the glyphs and reading the glyphs, I know for a fact that my medicine will be too hot to handle, So, it's good hearing this type of information. And I'd like to say as well, definitely, we need to get most of the elders and stuff to come down to the UK and share some information. Brother Ausar, Reggie, Red Pill, whoever, just come down and mix it with the UK audience and bring that medicine down here. But it's good, man. It's all good.
Okay, so that's great. So one day we'll make it happen. I'm just different. Well, first of all, I'm older than a lot of people except for Sarnetta and Infidisi, the oldest. And then there's Brother Samaj, who is the oldest on that side, and he's a great teacher. I just teach differently. I also think I can also nature. I could help for most purpose you the meta nature in about just 7 hours. So in 6 to 7 hours, you will have enough to render 95% of the Norsut names, the Hemet Net names, 97% of basic meta-netra. You'll be able to read the full page of the Perinim Hero. That doesn't mean that you'll be able to translate, but you'll be able to transliterate page of the and then go and get the dictionary words and then begin the translation process. The translation process is a combination of having the dictionary words and then doing the grammar.
Yeah. Well, boy.
When I learned English, nobody sat me down and taught me grammar. I just understood things like we all did naturally. You can learn the meta nature without trying to make it English by looking at finding the action words and finding the nouns, the subjects, and then understanding some past tense, some future tense, some kind of prepositions. But you don't have to know that they are those technical things. You can just see it in the language. So I'm excited. I think for all of you, I appreciate all of you who have to have studied it by yourself and to become so bright and so brilliant by doing Sia. That's Sia, divine thought.
Yep.
Right? That is Sia. That is that purpose that I'm talking about. I'm giving you the why. No, you do Sia when you do that. You do divine thought, divine action. You begin to put things together, categorize it, and then you do effective action. You begin to talk, debate, right? Maybe translate, and then you see that you have to apply ma to it, right? It's for the purposes for righteousness, not for evil. And that is the other thing that I would say to the great faves, right? What evil have we done? We have done no evil. No evil to you Muslims, to you Hebrews, to you Christians, right? The truth is, what evil have you done to us? That is the truth. We didn't invade your land. We never invaded your lands, your tar. We never took bread. We never raped your women. We never enslaved you. We never did that to you. Right? Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, right, who passed after him, he never gave any instructions to invade. He never gave those instructions. He gave strict methods to do jihad. But even the caliphs that you yourselves debate over as to were they righteous, it began then. But we never did that to you. To you Christians, we never invaded your lands. Right? We was there before there was a Christianity. Right? And for you who say that, for you who are Hebrews, okay, so let's get the date right. What date? Give us an exact date in which these things that you said that we wronged you. But when I read your own book, I see Joseph, I see Abraham coming into Kemet. He came into Kemet with false pretenses. He even said that his wife was his sister. In your own book, came in and left because it was a disgrace. I see Joseph coming in from your book, and Joseph becoming the vizier, the pati in ancient Kemet, and we see him is the first person through your book that creates a form of taxation that bonds people to the land, and we see that it is him that he takes all of that. He does a calculation for the kingdom of Egypt and changes the way Kemet was functioning and creates a situation where people become servants based on taxes. I see you doing that. And then when I understand that the Christians enslaved the Muslims, the Byzantines, I understand that. But the African created no crime, right? No crime. And at the same time, in early Islam, we can see Ethiopians enslaved, one of them being a servant to the family of the Prophet. But we never invaded your lands. Be mindful. Be mindful when you talk to African people about righteousness, right? To those of us who know. Because I will argue righteousness. We never invaded your lands. To the people, the Hebrew people in Canaan, right? So we have history back and forth of attacks. We have the Hekasut. We have that story. We have people bringing it into Kemet and feeding them, and then getting strong and taking the best lands in the Delta and becoming rich on that, right? And taking it for themselves. We have a story of Ahotep, the wife of Sekenenre, right? Sekenenre, who the Hyksos murdered. We have Kamos, his brother, going to try to win back Kemet and dying. We have this woman named Ahotep, the most sacred of all Nile Valley women. She raised a son from 10 years old, to do one purpose, to take back Kemet from Apep, the Hyksos. So we have those stories written. What evil did we do to people who came into our land and who wanted more? What evil did we do to you? And look at the evil that you did to us, making us eunuchs, selling us, enslaving us, being false prophets. So we want to argue righteousness and evilness, and we want to argue it in history. We don't want to argue it just in a book that was told. We respect the book, but the truth the people need to hear. I want to know from you, why and up did you have? And for people like Zion Lex who wants to deal with the Sumerians, the people that you're talking about are not the Sumerians. The Sumerians died out when the Akkadians murdered them and took their lands and took their language. Zion Lex is talking about is the Akkadians. He's not talking about the people of Sumer. The people of Sumer spoke another language closer to the Bantu, right? The people that he's talking about are the Akkadians, the Semitic people who came in, the Narmasin and the Sargon, right, and the rest of those types. So I'll stop, but I just want to give you all some ammunition. If they want to talk about righteousness, let's talk about righteousness. We could talk about Ma'at. We could talk about it encoded. You show us in these early languages where righteousness is encoded, and I'll show you where they never talked about homosexuality. They practice homosexuality. They practice murder. We could talk about Sargon. We could talk about these people, right? And we could talk about these, and we could talk about some of these evil, and I don't call them Muslims. I just call them, warriors and military leaders who sacked the Berbers, the Amazigis. What did the Amazigis ever do to Islam? What did the people called the Berbers ever do to Islam? No. To be enslaved, to be murdered off, and then their women made concubines, to be carted back up into what it is the truth is so difficult. The truth is so difficult to hear. The history, it's easier to read the beautiful words in the text, but how do you manage the people of your own who commit evil on other groups of people and justify wholesale murder of these books? So yes, Nile Valley culture is dangerous in the sense that, is dangerous in the sense that there's a certain amount of history that goes with it. We never did that to you. So I'm not going to stand toe-to-toe with someone who's hiding. Tell the truth. If you can't tell the truth, Dr. John Henry Clark, who I knew, who was a teacher of mine, he gave Dr. Jeffries instructions. He said, he called him Lynn. He said, Lynn, I am searching for the Bach Treaty. I know it's there. Dr. John Henry Clark searched many years for something called the Bach Treaty. Does any of you know what the Bach Treaty is?
No.
It's the treaty that the so-called Arabs had with the Nubians to give the Nubians supposedly had to give them slaves, etc.
Correct. So it was a treaty that lasted for 300 to 400 years that created stability in the region. That the Arabs, not the Muslims, but the Arabs would not attack Dongola or the people of Nubia, right? And the beautiful thing about it is that we have fragments of someone, of a king, of not a king, the mayor of Egypt, not the Islamic, the Arabic mayor. We have his fragments. It's written in Shahidic Coptic, and it's written in Arabic. Shahidic Coptic and Arabic. It was written in Shahidic Coptic because the people of Dongola, they read, and it was instructions on this agreement to give slaves. And it's written partially in and so I think the people who are Arabic writers and readers could read it. Parts of it. It's a very ugly document. It's saying, don't give me your one eye, don't give me your old, and give me your you're young. Give us the slaves that you promised us. And it starts off the document in the name of the Creator, right? So we have that. You have if the other side has something different, that's fine. But if you read this, you would cry, because it's one of the earliest documents of a group of people demanding slaves of African, as far as promised. And we have that in writing. If you have something that shows your righteousness, you show your righteousness. So I'm not coming in. I'm not criticizing the great faiths, because I do think that the Quran is a beautiful book, and I just think that the people were not strong enough to follow it, though they may think so. And that is where the problem lies. And the Christians and the Hebrews, particularly the Christians, their culture is written in blood. You have the Byzantines, you have the wholesale, you have the Nicene Conference, you have wholesale killings of people who differed from their from the faves. And then you have Constantine, and then you have it so you have that history. So the only difference with Nile Valley people, just study. You don't have to. This is not religious, so be easy. You don't have to stand out there and defend it as if it's religion. Say it's not a religion. It's a path. Say the path is wrong. Say controlling your thoughts is wrong. Controlling your actions is wrong. Being purposeful is wrong. Focusing on searching and focusing on the high principles is wrong. Say infusing yourself with this is wrong. Say to study to have a freedom from resentment, right? To say that is wrong, right? To say to have faith in a teacher is wrong. To have faith in your own learning abilities is wrong. That's right? Have preparedness for initiation. That's makaru or saw. Say all those things are wrong. It's not religious. We're making a mistake of trying to have people make it religious. And you don't have to make it religious. You can just respect the divinity and respect the words of our ancestors and what they believe. Dr. Ben never told us ever. He never showed us how to practice it. He only taught us how to harness it for our energy and strength. He never, ever, 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 ever told us to practice it. They did. Yes, he was a Mason. They did Masonic rituals. Yes, they did. But when he became who he became, you hardly never ever saw him. That he only did that to teach you to be uniform, to follow rules. But in his highest form, in which I met him, he taught principles. So I know I talk long, so I'm just waiting for somebody from the UK to interrupt me.
All right, let's get it, family. Come on, family. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna invite members from our public on to the show. But before I do that, what's that? We had like over 100 viewers in, and we've only got 57 likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to at least 70. Let's see if we can do that, family. At least 70 likes. Can we do that right now? Let's see if we can do that, family. Let's get it.
So if you want to be initiated, press a like. So you can at least say that I was on a show where somebody wasn't being spooky. They was actually telling you what the system is. Mm-hmm. And anybody, any Christian or Hebrew, any Muslim or any Nile Valley African religious person who wants to differ with me, call in. Call in the show. Like it first, because you want to talk. Gives you an opportunity. And call in.
And you're going to get double teamed.
Yeah. Call in. Tell us what you did in Israel for 300 years before Yahweh became upset with you and the Assyrians and the Babylonians divided up your kingdom for just 300 years of a nation. Call up. You couldn't follow your own rules. So
Reggie, we need to do an event. We need to do an event in the UK.
No, yeah, in UK I might cause some problems, and I might not be able to come back like Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad couldn't come back.
No, you be protected.
But until I get there, I want them. I want to. They're dealing with people who are very well studied. So call up. But for someone of my own to say that brother Reggie is not initiated, I'm like, wow, they never met me. They never been taught by me. They never had a conversation with me. I'm free from resentment.
They don't know your history. They don't know you from Zap Tap.
Nah, brother. Brother Reggie, I think you're missing it, man. No one's saying you ain't initiated. We was all saying that what's his name? Jabari is part of a spiritual system. He's part of a spiritual system, and that's what he's initiated in. Brother Reggie is initiated.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Who? First of all, hold on, Reggie. You're initiated, yeah, but you're initiated in the science, in the pragmatic, in the real, in the actual, in the factual, rather than in the spiritual. That makes any sense? Okay, then you define spirituality for me. Let's get to the heart of it.
So let's get it.
Spirituality.
Let's get it. So when we're talking about spirituality of these other folks, I would like to say that Brother Jabari is not only initiated in the esoteric or the spiritual side of things. He's also, I would say, from looking at him and him being a parent, he's definitely there in some form in the science and the historical elements of Kemet. He's definitely a person who's well studied, well groomed in that school of thought as well. But with him, he's in the esoteric side of things, where he's dealing with the inner man, the spirituality, and less of the physicality, so to speak. So he's doing the rituals, he's doing the prayers, he's doing all of these other things which are highly spiritual, which I know my brother Reggie be like, listen, if it's not giving me any actual results in my life right now, I am not trying to do it. Okay, I'm more concerned with food, clothing, and shelter. Everything else is fine, but I need food, clothing, and shelter. Let's deal with the actual facts. Let's deal with the practical things in life. Let's deal with the terrestrial plane, then going up into the sky. If I've characterized you wrongly, let me know.
So are people doing this, or are they following the meta nature to do it? Or are they following reading from to do all this stuff?
That's a very good question. We have to ask the individuals who are claiming to be a part of a spiritual school. What Kemetic text? As for you, you can show and prove.
So I'm not letting you off the hook. So, because I heard that, and Ausar Khan, like I chill out with Ausar Khan. I don't mess with him like that, right? Because he knows the text, right? He knows where to find it, right? So, I'm not gonna ask them, because if I don't see it, it shouldn't be. It's not a secret. So it shouldn't be a secret. So if you're practicing, for example, the Hotep Dinar Sut, right, is the oldest player in Nile Valley culture. It is like the Lord's Prayer. Am I right or wrong, Ausar Khan?
That's true.
It is. I showed it to you in at least the third dynasty, third and fourth dynasty, right?
Yes.
Hotep Dinar Sut is the oldest. So the Hotep Dinar Sut deals with it's very ritual. It actually deals with offerings of linen. It deals with offering of oxen and sheep, thousands of them. It deals with offerings of wine or beer. It's the oldest. So which of them follow the Hotep Dinar Sut? Which group of people do you see render the Hotep Dinar Sut, if it is the oldest? So if it's not the Hotep Dinar Sut and its variations, then what other text? Okay, let's talk about the funerary text. Okay, so I was a part of the Perinet rule, or the transition of Dr. Yosef Ben Jochanan, right? Now I've seen, we've read Budge, we've read Budge's book on it, we've read a number of other books where we actually got the primaries to be able. I just want to know where, if you say that this is, you can't do this to me, Kalam. I'm not going to let anybody do this to me. You show me the text that these people are working out of. Give me one other text between the Hotep Dinar Sut that you see these people working out of. And I'll say they have good intentions. I love my brothers, but they're not, what primaries are they working out of? So I asked you for a definition of spirituality, so I'm still not satisfied. I'm not satisfied because that means you haven't. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying, Kalam? Kalam.
I think he's. Is he gone or is he there?
I'm not too sure. There's something wrong with his thing.
Okay, so
You come back in.
my whole point is, I asked if I was a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, or Buddhist, and I asked you, what is your definition of spirituality? You're on the other side. So if I ask any Nile Valley definition of spirituality, can you give it to me right now? Because I want to show that my faith is better than your faith. My God is better than your God. My book is better than your God. So any Nile Valley African want a question?
Is Mike gone?
I don't know. Hello?
Yes,
yes, hello?
Yeah.
Your mic went a bit.
Can you hear
say one more time, Reggie? Yeah.
Can you hear hear me?
Yep. I think
Yeah,
it might have broke up because sometimes my computer breaks up. Say it one more time if you can, say Bob, please.
I am playing devil's advocate. I want to know from any Nile Valley African, what is spirituality to you?
I can ask that question.
Just tell me in a few short words. Tell me how you practice.
Can I ask that question?
Yes, sir.
Me personally, this is Gabs. Me personally, what I would see as a spirituality for me, dealing with African philosophy and culture, I see it in nature and in the culture, because the spirituality comes from the culture, because you have on a in Speaker's Corner, and this is what I was trying to explain to the brother Shamsi, why he can't put the whole Kemetic thing into a religion, that you have to see it as a school of thought. You see what I'm saying? And the school was based around the culture and the people where they were living in that environment, because those people in that area was building up their knowledge and their understanding based on their environment, what they could see, touch, smell, and they built up their systems and their ways to teach generations in their environment, in their culture, in their habitat. So that's why the reason why I drew so close to this, to the African teachings, is because I use the mindset as school. I know that when I was in nursery, which is, I don't know, in America, I think that's like preschool, maybe when you're a child or something like that. I use that as the stages, as as a child, you was taught to be free and just play. You're allowed to just play. And then when it was time for teachings, you was told a load of stories, whether it be about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and Nancy the Spider, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then when it did come into the teaching, it wasn't at a high level. So if you did learn about the sun, the rain, and the moon, all it was just pictures. They showed you a circle that was colored in yellow and said, this is the sun. They didn't, at that age, they didn't teach you the deeper meaning of the sun, because obviously, like school, you have to make the grade and you have to level up before you get that deeper meaning and understanding. So in the Kemetic way, that's how I see it. I see it as you have the different schools dealing with different levels. Do you see what I'm saying? Certain people are going to learn.
The people of Islam, they have a mighty book. It is called the Quran. It is the last revealed message of God. It is in a book. It is a guide of practice to make who is uncivilized, to make him capable of entering paradise. You don't debate with a person. If you're using Nile Valley culture, then you use your words have to be in the context of the school of thought of Nile Valley. Your superiority or your lack of, because he is commanded to memorize thousands of phrases of what's in the Quran and what's in other books to make the Quran, the Hadiths, and the other books. So the problem is what have you said in Nile Valley culture? I'm not talking about preschool or anything. What have you said to substantiate Nile Valley culture? And that is why we're losing. Even though I gave you something very formula to follow, but we can't do it like that, right? And I have to debate, or I debate people all the time. So what? And so the question is, what is the definition of spirituality? You talked and described it, right? The Muslims are very, very scientific when it comes to what they say. They submit to the will of Allah. In short, simple terms. Am I wrong, Ausar?
Yeah.
No, that's true.
They say it, and they check each other based on that, right?
Right. What hadith do you know, brother? Back with the Sunnah. What's the Isnad? That's how they be. Yeah.
Right. And so and submitting to the will of Allah is their spirituality, right? Because they trust in the word and they trust in the message and they trust in the messenger. They have a very powerful book. The Christians have a very powerful book. They trust in whoever is me shall have eternal life. They trust in that word and trust in their words of Moshe, right? And the other prophets, right? Successes and their failures. What words do Nile Valley Africans have? And that becomes a problem when you're dealing with these great books. I'm being very candid. I'm being very, very crystal clear. So, and then when you see Nile Valley Africans, and then they are creating things based on their own perception, but not following what the text says, then my eye kind of opens up on that. You understand what I'm saying? I say, okay, so what text are you actually using to substantiate, right? And where are you getting it from? And so then it becomes much more of a kind of like, okay, well, it's just an intellectual discourse. But you're going against great books. The books are great. I'm not saying that people who are uttering the words are great, because they're not. You can see that they're not gerumas. They're not silent masters infused. What they're doing is they're being regurgitating. They're regurgitating, and they can win by regurgitation. But their attributes don't show that they're humble and that they can explain something in short sentences. So if you was to ask Brother Reggie, no, I need someone else. What's the definition of spirituality, since we so spiritual as Africans? Somebody?
Go, Ezra. Let's go, Ezra.
Why you say that question's for me, yeah?
Go.
Is that for me?
Definition of spirituality.
Spirituality. Well, we have to find out what a spirit. We have to find out.
Kinetic name for spirit, anyway.
You're gonna let me answer. I'm saying, yeah, to know what spirituality is, you have to know what a spirit is first, innit? What's a spirit?
Yeah.
So break it down.
A spirit is another word for energy. It's a form of energy. So spirituality, you're dealing with energies, isn't it?
So let's go from a Kemetic standpoint. The word for spirit in Kemet supposedly would be Ka. So let's go from there. Let's get it. Let's get some learning. Let's get some understanding in today. Come on.
Wait, so you asking me? You telling me that spirit means Ka?
He asking them to answer you.
Because I don't agree that spirit means Ka. I don't. I think that's a division of the soul. So that's a portion of the soul that relates to the spirit. But I'm just checking. Just say if I'm wrong. Say, Brother Reggie, you wrong. That Ka is spirit, or is an aspect, or is not a division of the soul.
Brother Reggie, you're wrong. Ka means spirit. How you mean?
He wants y'all to answer. So the Ka and the Ba go together. So Ba is spirit, but Ka is also there, which is why we say Ba, our pet, soul to heaven, Ta, body to, or Kat, our Tas, body to earth. So Ka will be the double.
So it doesn't mean spirit in itself.
Right. Ba means spirit.
it's a form of the soul that relates to the spirit.
Yes, sir.
But and so things have bars. Things have bars. Natures have bars. People have bars. It is, but it relates to spirit. So, but the word for spirit in Kemet would be most likely Ak.
Yep. Affecting spirit. Yep.
That's right. So, but they would say something like an Irit Ak. That would make it an effective spirit. But Ak is spirit. But what is? But still, that's the Kemetic form. That's the Kemetic name of it. But what's the definition of what it is?
Right. I'm gonna let y'all answer.
And I can help, and you can disagree.
And everything that you lot are saying, yeah. 1 second. Everything that you lot are saying is going back to what I said. Energy, because a soul and a spirit. What is it? In part of a person, you get me? Which is describing energy. Like the rough, whatever you, I don't know about you, the Kemetic standpoint, but a breath, what is that? It's a form of energy. So, like I said, it's whether you call it the soul or the spirit.
Okay, so that's a general. That's a very, very general. Okay, so let's just say this. Everything in this universe after Septepi of energy, there are molecules that are bonded, right? The bonds themselves are energy. The bonds for every element, and we are how can I say, parts of elements in a very, very complex bond past proteins and amino acids, right? We have consciousness. Everything in the universe is energy. Okay, so am I wrong about that?
No, sir.
Can anyone else hear this?
Is that yes?
Yep, everything in the four corners of Noon is energy. Let's get it.
Yep.
Everything is energy. Energy was created during Septepi. Before that, it seems to be in Kemetic cosmology, Kiminu, which is basically these waves of and then these waves come together. And did that happen? No. But conceptually, that's quantum physics. That's the basics of quantum physics that create the Big Bang. Right?
Quantum field theory, baby.
Alternate universe. No matter how you want to spin it, multiple universes or whatever. Matter was created after Septepi. Matter was created after Big Bang. Energy was created because it was the energy of the waves coming together that created the elements. So, but is that spirituality?
Nah, I feel like that's philosophy. Like, I thought you're supposed to be dealing with knowing. You couldn't possibly know all that stuff.
Who couldn't?
Big Bang. Are you serious? You know the Big Bang.
I understand. I mean, you can use mathematics to understand expansion of the universe. If the universe is expanding, you can understand. You can do geophysics to understand that at some point planets were molten. There were molten objects coming out of the Big Bang cooling, becoming spherical or becoming things like asteroids. They were molten pieces of. You can see.
So you can prove that
these objects banging into each other, creating separate objects. You can. So my point is.
Can you prove that though? I'm just asking. Can you prove all that stuff?
What?
Huh?
He was saying
all that stuff. Huh? All that stuff you just mentioned. Do you have any evidence for it? Proof? Like, I don't know. I don't want to hear mathematical equations. I'm saying like evidence.
He's saying is there proof, but he has to understand that when you talk science, you got to talk math. So if you don't know math, you can't have a scientific discussion. But
that's what I'm saying.
Right. So when you talk trigonometry, this is how you understand that.
I mean, I mean, let's come on. Let's just be. This should be real, because I mean, I don't have a lot of patience for this. So that's not real. But you're talking on the internet. You're talking to me from thousands of miles over some electronics, and I'm not connected by a wire. Right. Sound is traveling through information. If
we are connected by wires, though.
Not real, then none of this other stuff is real. Do I have proof? Well, at this point, I have to have proof because I think I'm talking to you. So
we are connected by submarine cables.
All things can happen.
90%
you said what? So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So to ask me, do I have proof of all of that? We're talking over electronics. Let's just not avoid the question. The question. So I'm going to give you a definition of spirituality. You can accept it. You can debate. You can disagree. I would appreciate it. I'm just trying to help with what I understood, right? So spirituality, all it means is communication. That's all it means. Spirituality is when parts communicate. That's all it is. So the more you can understand the communication, the more spiritual you are. The more knowledgeable you are to understand the communication, the more spiritual you are. The less that you understand it, and the more that you look for second party and third parties to show how religious you are, the more spiritual you are, is the more that you seek to understand. You seek for Sia. So you don't hide behind mythology. You go and use the method, the Tep to find out if something is true or not. So communication, spirituality is, so if I have a spiritual connection with Ausar or a spiritual connection with Kalam, or a spiritual connection with God, then what it is, how do we know it, is because we're communicating. Communication is spirituality. It's scientific. Make it more or less than that. Prove that I'm wrong. If you're connecting to God with God, if you can, then that's spirituality. That's how you know you're spiritual, because you're connected to God. So that means you're communicating to God if you're religious. Am I right or wrong?
I'll answer in Maxim 43. It says, if you want to endure in the sayings of those who really listen, do not speak until you have become a true wordsmith. If you speak well, all your undertakings and your way of life will fall into the rightful position. Teach a spiritual son, etc., etc. Yeah, so yeah, you're right.
Jeez. Oh man. Hold on.
One of the maxims, if you command many strive for excellence in all that you do, so that no fault can be found in your. But there's another maxim that it says, it basically says that you do not, you irrit not, you speak not, right, and you live not, right. So all those things is all those things is to a speech. Speech is the foundation of spirituality. Communication, speech
hasn't been changed.
Whether it's the word of God from any of these books, the Quran or the Bible, the Torah, right, or from something far older, which is the Nile Valley, and older than that, more ancient. The concepts from Southern Africa, right? The first sounds that we made were what? Click sounds, correct?
Yes, sir.
When we was doing click sounds and hums, right, and calls, were we not communicating with nature.
That's how we came up with the name Shu. Blue, and language is the god of air. Yeah.
So wasn't that spiritual when humans could come out and begin to communicate with birds and call birds and make calls or assimilate the calls of their prey or what they needed to to eat, right? So our first words were even ah sound for the most of these sounds are actually sounds in nature. When we communicating with nature first, when I was able to communicate with nature as a human being, I was able to tell my fellow African that look, I can communicate because look, I can call the birds. So this is the way to call a bird so that I can talk to you. So you should do this. If you do this, we can both call the birds. And we can both talk to each other. Right? So let's say we want to talk to the birds and call them, but let's say we don't want to talk to them, we got to say something to talk to each other. So we can create language. Speech is spirituality. Communication is spirituality. I'm just trying to help you so when we have these conversations and we don't get into no spookiness of trying to go 1,000 words and not answer the question.
Gang,
communication is spirituality. The more you can communicate, the more spiritual you are. You look at the great prophets. Why they're so great? Because they were able to communicate. Their words were so succinct, almost divine and holy, that it could penetrate thousands of people over time, millions of people over time, create great faves over time. Disagree or not?
Jesus
That's powerful.
In tongues, and so did the Ampu priest. Go ahead, brother Kalam.
That's powerful right there. You know what? This is what I want to do right now. I want to bring people on. I want to know who's got something to say right now. If you've got something to say, please unmute your mic right now. Furthermore, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the link just this once, just this last time. I'm going to share this link. I've got 3 hours in deep so far. So who's got something to say?
Can I say something?
Let me know.
Can I say something, fam?
Go on, Bigger.
Yo.
You're in the presence of greatness.
Yeah, big up the panel, all the man them and all, everything. Get me, gang. You know how we do this, yeah?
Gang.
But man like Terry Joseph is in the background, keeps trying to tell me that the first Egyptians were European. Can someone please explain to this dude and set him straight? He's live now on the panel. You can unmute yourself and defend him, what he's trying to talk about, but I don't know what he's trying to talk about, because how can he talk about a place in Africa being European first? Someone explain it to me, please.
Terry got that last time he was on here. Brother Terry knows better.
He's my name as well. He's here to cause chaos.
Sorry, let me correct that, yeah? There's a black Terry and a white Terry. This is the white Terry that's on the panel, yeah, that's trying to say this. Big up Black Terry as well, yeah?
Yeah, bless up.
You know, to be honest with you, I think we can leave brother Terry alone, man. Leave him alone. He's got that work, he's got that medicine already, and if that hasn't seeped in, I think he has to rewatch the show. We did in his honor, talking about white Egyptians were white. So we've already done that. I think that's dead and buried. So I want to know who's got something else.
Okay, what about the parents of? Okay, so what about the parents of the ancient Egyptians? They were the daughter of other kingdoms. So what about the Nubians? Were the Nubians white too? So here's the thing. So the white race came about 16,000 years ago. That's roughly they're the last of the Neanderthal children, Neanderthal Eve. So they came when Africans came out of the continent of Africa and mixed with Neanderthals, and female Neanderthals were able to copulate with male Homo sapiens, and they produced admixed child. It's called admixture. So to say that the Africans who were in ancient Egypt were white well, before that, you would have to say at least they were mixed, if you want to say that. But then you have to use the famine stela and say where the ancient Africans say their ancestors came from. So the ancient Africans say that their ancestors came from further south. That's where they say. You can look at the Stela of Yebu. There's other texts that say where their ancestors came from, but then we can just look at what the ancient Egyptians knew and what other groups knew. Well, one thing is damn sure that people in Asia did not know, and I won't leak out anything from what I would say to Zion Lex about Sumer, but they all come from the same parent people. So to say that the ancient Egyptians were white, you're in the 17th, 1800s. That's where you are. There's DNA. There's a number of scientific methods that we can use to show who these people were. You can look up to this person. Look up Meir Hepri. Meir Hepri. Look at his mummy. Ask yourself why they don't want to show too many of the mummies of the people. Don't talk about all the leaders, right? All the North-Suds, because you might find some admixture from the Hyksos. You may find that. But look at Meir Hepri. Go look at his mummy, Meir Hepri, Maherpri. You can look at this dreadlock African. You can look at him. You can also look at the mummy of Tutankhamun. You can look at his mummy. You can look at the mummy of African people, of the Nile people, and you tell me that they're white people, right? So, and then why do the worms themselves? Why do they just turn to dust? Just throw themselves in the caves and with loose bones. So I'm not going to argue. I'm going to say that I know this is brand new information. I do a race thing, but you should have a lot more information when you start talking about ancient people who have preserved their bodies in the sand. So in Europe, eaten by animals, by prey. So you can let us know, and we can get back to you. So what else is going on?
No, I was just going to ask quickly. Do you know who the Natufians are?
Yes. So they're basically one of the groups that are in.
They were the Egyptians' ancestors, yeah?
And they are African, are a group of people who seem to be having some relations with either the Neanderthal or admixed groups of people.
Okay, but
so,
I was just going to ask quickly, do you know where they originated? The Natufians.
They seem to have come out of Africa. Well, okay, wait, let me just make sure. You said you're talking about the Natufians.
The Natufians. Natufians. The Natufians. They were.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, so I was talking about the Natufians.
Oh no,
right?
sorry.
So that's I-A-N.
Oh no, mix up. Sorry.
So,
I was just wondering if you heard of the Natufians.
Okay, but I just want to make sure that we're talking about the right. That I'm just trying to make sure that you're talking about the Natufian or the Natufians. So I just want to see. I just want to make sure we're talking about the
He's talking about the shepherd culture from Mesolithic Palestine, but
right. So he's talking about the Natufian, and
that's Syrian, though. And if you look at the Hor face amulet, which looks like a gentleman from Somalia. People who see the whore face amulet will show you that that's the ancestor of ancient Kemet. You will know that it's not in the two.
I'm just thinking before I make sure that we're using the right term. So where is Natufian? Because I think you really want to talk about Natufian.
Right.
So where are you getting Natufian from?
Now I'm just looking at this article quickly, and my point is, I was going to touch on is that they're from like the Palestine area, yeah, but like they're in the north, innit? They're from the north. They have no connection to.
Sometimes we can make a mistake on words, right? So I'm just trying to.
He's a hot Google artist, say, but he just looked it up real quick.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, I was looking at a video.
Reference to the Natufians.
Mm.
Let's start there. What's the reference?
Hold on. No, it's just basically saying that there's a gene flow between Natufians and African populations.
I know. I need a reference.
Where's your primary?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't talk to you we can't talk without a reference. You're using a word. It's like if somebody was talking to me about the Anunnaki, right? I mean, like, okay, where do you get the Anunnaki from? Right?
Yeah,
okay, so now you're talking about Stitchem because that's where it comes from. Because you're not talking about the Sagigas. You're talking about some author. So what is a reference for? Am I spelling it right? Natusians.
Yeah, that's the one. No, I just wanted to ask, like, basically, these are the people that started farming, that ended up sweeping up into Europe. I was just wondering if you thought there was any connection between these guys and the Southern Africans.
That's the thing. I don't think they talk about Natufians. I think they talk about the Natufian.
He is.
Yeah. I was just wondering, like, do you think there's any connection between them and Southern Egyptians, like Kemetic people?
Well, no, the earlier people, the Natufian, they are way pre-dynastic. They're 12,000.
Yeah.
Like 12,000 to 9,000 BC.
Yeah,
and
all
these
right,
are the
cool.
people that's in the Levant. And these are people
Yeah, that's it.
Africa who begin to intermix with the Neanderthal or the people that were already admixed with the Neanderthal.
Yeah.
So they become a mixed culture that ultimately become Canaanite culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you.
So Egypt is not around. Kemet is not around, but the parent people that created the parent people. These are children of the parent people being admixed with a group of people coming out of the one of the last ice age, and they're mixed. They're mixed people.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, man. Yeah, fascinating.
I mean, anybody could call me and correct me if I'm wrong. I just think that we're really talking about Natufian instead of Natufian.
Right, they're different. I would only add to what you said that.
And I think that Natufian is the technical word.
Right. I would only add one thing. I would say that they ended up being vassal kings under Kemet, and that depending on your timeline, because they keep trying to push all these other cultures back further than Kemet, that Kemet was earlier than the Natufians, and that people keep playing with timelines, but they don't show a primary resource that dates back as far as they claim.
Well, pre-dynastic Africa was older than was the Natufian, but the Natufian is 12,500 BC.
Right, to 9,000. You're right. Yeah.
Right, and so that's way earlier than Kemet. So these are a group of people that would end up becoming Canaanite culture.
You know, I You know, I like my Barasis and no time line up.
So what else? Is there another question on that? See, everybody wants skirt. I was just trying to deal with spirituality and dealing with my differences between Nile Valley religious people and but you know, we could talk about history too, but we could skirt it.
All right,
let's get because they dress up like Nile Valley Africans, that they Nile Valley Africans, and Nile Valley African is not necessarily a race. It's a way of thinking. It's a culture, right? The ancient people, the Kemetu, they incorporated other Africans into their world. They made them citizens. They made them Ramesh. They made them citizens. You could be a citizen. You don't have to necessarily be ethnically. But if you're African, that makes it better because then you won't betray them. But you can be a citizen of the Nile Valley. How can I say? Worldview.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to get one last question in. I know you lot are on here, glued to the screen, but we got to realize, yeah, it's literally 1:30 in the morning over here in the UK. All right. We've been on for over 3 hours, almost about to hit the 4-hour mark. So what are you saying, family? Okay. I want the last closing question. Who's going to unmute their mic first to get the last question in? Let me know. Let me know. No one? All right, excellent. So I'm gonna get a question in.
Here's the thing. All these I'm not dealing with the other religions. I'm dealing with Nile Valley Africans. They always run spirituality, right? And I'm from the Dr. Yosef Benzo Cannon School, right? They're gonna have to unspookify themselves because I don't mean that they're not people. Now, mind you, they are people who are very well studied, who are, I don't want to say the word priestly, but who are, let's say, hymneters, servants of the principles, and they're very well schooled. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the people who want to just chant and say a few words and do some have on some outfits and some oil and incense and who's not well. It's those people I'm very interested because I think that they're not. They need to get out of their box and start studying the text, or they need to be humble and ask, what text should I study?
Indeed. So I've got a question here from an agnostic atheist, okay? And they're asking this question: how do we know a spiritual dimension exists? Prove it. How do we know?
How do we know a spiritual dimension exists?
Well, I gave you a definition of spirituality, which means communication. So I don't know what he's talking about because my whole thing is I only see spirituality in with what I could communicate or with which I can comprehend. Let's just deal with we live in a classical physical reality. That's what the ancient Egyptians called the Basad Neteru. That's the nine, the Ennead, right? That's Shu and Tefnut, Geb and Nut, and that's Ausar, Set, Nebhed, right? Heru, or the elder Heru, right? Set, right? That's the physical world. That's the physical world. But we communicate with another world. It's called the quantum world. It's another dimension. In the quantum world, the ancient Egyptians called that the Kimino. That's Amen, Nununet, right? But in quantum physics, you have gluons, you have neutrinos, you have things that make atoms bond together, right? So we are communicating with another dimension, which is the quantum universe. And then we are bodies of cells. There's billions of cells in a human body. We are communicating with them, and so we are communicating. We're spiritually connected to our own bodies through communication. See, when I use science, I can quickly. I don't have to spookify stuff. If I'm wrong to the atheist, that's fine. But I'm just talking science. I am communicating with other dimensions. I'm communicating with my body, right? I'm communicating with my brain, right? My brain. I'm transferring that to speech. You are hearing my speech over some wires or wireless, right, through some communication. But we are dealing with the quantum world. The quantum world allows this communication to happen, and it's lower than the physical world. So I'm not trying to spookify anything. If you thought I was going to mention God or anything like that, I don't think I have to at this time. I think I can respect what I don't know and respect the creative, the creative processes, and I can pull them all together, and I can call it something. But I don't. But in this case, I don't have to worship it. It's no need for me to worship it. So I am communicating with other dimensions. We all are. We have electrons in our body. We have protons. We have neutrons. They are connecting. They are connecting with other. They deal with superposition in quantum physics. There are a number of how can I say, principles or observations that occur. There's light communication. There's light communication. There's a number of different type of communications that are happening in our bodies and in the physical world. So, but we can look at science to prove it. We don't need to prove it by words, by books, by words.
Let me put some on it for you, Sabar. If a proton pops into our universe and then disappears out of our universe, what realm is it going to? Secondly, let's go to when we talk about a particle. When the particle passes through a wall, it separates into two separate things. One is like a spirit, because if another particle enters that area, it cannot interact with that second portion of the particle. That particle only disappears and collapses back into the other particle when it is observed. So if you don't observe it, it won't go back into it. Third and last, if you are dead, brain dead, physically dead, because a neurosurgeon is operating on your brain, and you describe the room and the people in it after they come in the room, after they've considered you to be brain dead at the time, and then they revive you after the operation, and you describe the room, how could you tell those things were going on when you were pronounced physically dead? That's called NDE, near-death experience. But those three things for the atheist and agnostic, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, so what we're doing is, so what we're doing is,
Brother Reggie, one second.
Hold up, say, because you know it's late.
Yeah, so Adventist, okay, I see you there. I'm going to get you to ask the very last question. And that is going to be it. Unfortunately, we have to close down the show. All right, we got to close down the show. So if you've got a question, Brother Adventist, please unmute your mic and speak now.
Okay, sure. Well, when it comes to good and evil, it seems like everyone has like a more eclectic view of religion. So when it comes to evil, how is it relative to how you feel, or is it just, you know, whichever religion is dominant?
All right, brother Reggie, you there?
Can you hear me?
It's going to be the last question we're going to do live on air. We're going to continue off air, but this is the last question live on air.
Can you hear me?
You have to frame the conversation. You have to frame the conversation a little bit better for me, because I don't know what is. I don't necessarily know what good and evil is, except for it's a quantum observation, meaning that a human being is doing something out of the principles. Is not following the principles, and then that becomes evil. Outside of humans being evil, there's no evidence of anything else being evil. There is chaos where things are not ordered. That may be considered evil, but it is really not. It's things out of order, and then but it's only humans that can put a value on evil. So you have to help me out a little bit more with this good and evil thinking, because if you want me to get into the God and the devil, God and Lucifer and all this stuff, I don't know if I could do that. Or Heru and Set, I don't know if I can do that, because an ancient Egyptian, Set broke rules, but he became ordered, and he was part of the solar boat, helping. So it becomes it's relative to the context.
Well, I mean, the reason I asked that is because once you get rid of the dominant good, or like the person who epitomizes all good, or all possible good, which would be God, then anyone who takes his place or is more powerful becomes the higher good. And yeah, then before you know, you're justifying slavery and all kinds of evil in history just because someone was more dominant.
Yeah, so that's humans. So I was just making sure that we're just talking about humans. If we're talking about something more than humans, I wanted to take that out of the equation so I could just talk about humans. So evil happens with evil. I mean, evil happens with humans is when humans don't follow the law. So in the Bible, evil comes about with the humans in the midst of the garden not following the rule of God, and in that context, there's sin that occurs, even though the sin, so the sin occurs. So in that particular story, but evil is always when a conscious human being does not follow the rules or tries to change the rules for their particular purposes.
Well, sure.
That's where we find evil, and then we can deify it. But anyone not following what is accepted in the community that causes the community injury is evil.
Well, sure. Like, for example,
different societies, different families. Some people can have something like a curse. They do something and it's wrong. Like, for example, some societies, when a woman is menstruating, that's not a good period. If she cooks for you, that could be that's evil for some people. The pig is evil or will cause evil if ingested, right?
Yeah, but I think you're doing what's easy, just saying what other people believe is evil. But the question is, just because someone believes it's evil doesn't mean it's really evil. So then if I just said there's a line right there, you can't cross it, but there's really no line there. Just because I really believe it, that doesn't mean it's there. So the question is, if there is no line of good and evil, like a crossing of line, then who are we as conscious people to just work within the paradigm of good and evil?
Well, like I said, I thought I tried to give a basic definition, right? Is when someone breaks the established rules that causes a community harm.
But who is
right? And I think I just basically said that. So, yes, someone could say that crossing that line is going to cause the community harm. That may or may not be true. It may not be true. That's why I prefer to talk in science by observations, or what we call it tepeseb, the correct method. Doesn't in fact, let's further investigate if this is fact causes evil, right?
See, so let's say, for example, there's a civilization where the majority of people are murderers, rapists, and cannibals, and so on, and there's few good people there. Now,
yeah, so we have one. We have the age of Conan. We have the Akkadian civilization. Yes, good. Next.
Yeah. So would it be acceptable to actually?
Civilization, it was like that. The Akkadian civilization.
Yeah. Okay. So would it be acceptable to actually believe that it's okay to actually kill off that civilization or preserve that civilization? Because I mean, to fight against it would be evil, because that's the majority. Or should we fight for the less dominant, which would be, I mean, because if the majority were Nazis and so on, you shouldn't want to preserve. You shouldn't want to preserve that civilization. Correct?
No, you. Here's the thing: if they didn't come in contact with you, it's not none of your business. If they come in contact with you, then you have to defend yourself. That's what happened with these invaders, like, for example, coming into in Africa. Now, what they did in their own homeland, that's their own business, right? But once they come to harm you, then yes, you have to defend yourself. And if they're doing, if you say what they're doing is, and you isolate it down to murder, to rape, to slavery, then in fact those things to one society that they're trying to implement these things on, yes, those things are evil, and you should defend yourself.
So let's say this happens to
cultural thing.
So yes. This happens to blacks. Blacks were enslaved by whoever, whites and so on. So should we just say, okay, well, so all the other races, this is none of your business, because injustice for one person is not just injustice for everyone. Y'all just mind your business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, the reality is that most whites mind their business anyway. So, and they allowed it to happen. But the fact of the matter is, whites did not start slavery. That's not. This was a cultural thing. So you just can't put it on. You can't put it on necessarily on white people. All cultures had servitude.
True.
But I do think that white people, kind of mechanical, and they made it very mechanical. They how can I say, they created what you call human trafficking. And then you see that with the Romans, and the Romans were mixed people. There were they weren't just white people in that area. So the Romans and the Greeks were a very mixed people. So mechanized slavery it didn't begin there. It actually began with the Akkadians. The Akkadians, I think, were what was happening in that particular region. I think that was one of the worst periods of humanity, that whole age, that Bronze Age type environment. So slavery began, mass slavery began in those periods.
Yeah,
So,
well, I wasn't trying to
All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Thank
you very much.
you to go and to involve your people, you know, in your resources, unless you was trying to take a preemptive strike. I think, yeah. So your point is, people should just fight against what they perceive as evil, because then that's not right, because people can misuse what they think a person is doing is evil to take their lands, like they're doing in Africa right now, or what the early Arabs did to Africa. They perceived their ways as not the same as their ways, and so they took a dominion over the North Africa. They ran through North Africa because it wasn't the same as their way of life. So I don't think that we're too far apart but I just think evil is just breaking principles, and it's a cultural thing. Or you're not agreeing with me, or
I think they're hearing you. I think they're hearing you, family. The only thing is, we have to close down the show now. Unfortunately, we've gone way over time. Okay, and this is what we're gonna do, though. This is what we're gonna do. For everybody who would like to actually jump onto the show right now, or the after show, should I say, the link is actually within inside of the chat section. And hopefully, if somebody, as soon as we close on the show, please post it again or repost it on the actual comment section within inside of the off-air show, so people can actually get involved if they so choose to. You know how we do. I've seen shows like this here go on for a whole 11, 13 hours. You know, when we're going to sleep over here in the UK, my US audience is still going strong. When we wake up in the UK, my brothers from the UK would jump on in the morning, and my US brothers going back to sleep again. And then midday time now, my US brothers wake up and come back onto the live stream. So if you want to jump in, trust me, yeah, we do these shows. It goes on for literally 13 hours straight. Okay, so if you want to jump in, please, the link is actually in the comment section. We're going to continue this. You know, we need to get my brother Reggie back onto the show. We need to get my brother Jabari or Zazie onto the show. And you know what I need to do? I need to stir the pot a little bit. I need to just quickly sprinkle a little bit of spice there, sprinkle a little bit of sage over here, and just let the two worlds collide and see if we can get some more spark and energy going on from brother Jabari and brother Reggie, and just seeing where the differences actually lie. And hopefully, you know what, I don't even think them two are the ones that need to be having this discussion. I think I need to get some Nawapians into the mix. Okay, I need to get some Nawapians into the mix with brother Reggie, and I want to see what they're both saying together. That would be mad interesting, right?
That won't happen. I have a truce with them. That won't happen. They just not. How can I say? Look, their master teacher can't speak for them, and so that show I won't do, because we have some differences, but we have some similarities. But my problem with that always, and I told them, is that they have a master teacher who's their guide, and where their master teacher is not correct, they're very sensitive to it. And I just, so we have to pick another group of people.
All right, I'll look into the archives. I'll see where we can go. Might have to pick up a little Muata Ashby here or there, or somebody along those lines. All right, family. We're actually gonna Oh my gosh, the heavy hit is actually coming through. We got Per Nature Research Center, okay? Per Nature Research Center. If anybody knows about Nature Neb and how we were shutting it down on the show a couple months ago, oh man, you need to go back and check that show. We've got him here in the building. He says, peace to Titans TV and Dr. Reggie for giving the community good information. This shows we have the oldest initiate system in the world. Peace, Kalam and Dr. Reggie, Nature Neb. All right, family. We're gonna shut it down right now, but we're gonna
is one of the greats on our soil. So on this side. So if you're looking for somebody to send to the UK that knows linguistics, right? That knows the system, it is Netanyahu. Netanyahu is one of the people that I would highly recommend when it deals with when it deals with linguistics and yeah. So I mean that is one of our best scholars on this side, and especially he was very helpful in the issue with the decipherment of the Meta Nature. He's one of the people who knows the history the best. So you can if you're looking for someone that you want to deal with from the U.S. to I would highly recommend Ausar and Netanyahu.
Oh, Kalam,
sorry,
we
family.
lost you. We lost you.
My mic was muted. I don't know how that happened. Sorry, family. I was gonna say, Dr. Reggie, Saber, Reggie, can we have some last closing words and statements from you before we start the show? I'm gonna let you just close it out for us, family.
Right. So I was just summarize what I had said before. What we are mostly, if we're going to win this philosophical, intellectual war, because that's what it is. It's an intellectual war. And it could be philosophical. Sometimes it could be religious. We can use science to best explain our culture and what we were thinking and what our ancestors were thinking, because our ancestors were always symptomatic. That's important. There's a book called the Golden Apple by Edgar Ridley, and he is the author of this concept of symbolic versus symptomatic. When we do things symptomatic, we can explain every stage of what we're doing when we're symptomatic. When we're symbolic, that is on the religious side, we have to, we can't explain, we use symbols to explain things. We use idols and crosses and things like that to explain. We use books to be the ultimate final explanation of things. When you're symptomatic, you're always searching for the truth using scientific method. The Nile Valley system is not religious. It may have been religious for the ancients in parts as well as scientific, but we have much more information to pull out that we should be able to control our thoughts, control our actions, be steadfast in purpose, have identity with high ideas, the natural, and to be to show evidence of a mission, right? We should be able to be mission oriented. We should be able to use the scientific method and our culture. We need to be able to fuse that, and then with that we can quickly end the intellectual war. When you're having these wars with, they can be very violent in trying to protect their paradigm. But the problem is that it's very contradictory when you have a paradigm of God, but you're using nuclear weapons and you're using chemical weapons and you're using high-tech ammunition. There is there's this contradiction. But for us Africans to get to a point where we can protect ourselves and not with curses, not with chants, but by science and still preserve our Africanness. So, we practicing Africans, chanting and stuff is not going to save us. It's not even going to make us more African. What's going to make us more African is mastering ourselves and our people and being irresistibly correct. And to communicate. And the more we can communicate, the more spiritual we are. When we can't communicate with our fellow brother and sister, that shows that we are not spiritual because we're not being able to communicate. So those are my final words. I'm harder on the Nile Valley Africans because I see, I just see some problems with what we do, and they can come on and they could do whatever they want to do. But if they we can continuously debate. But if they want to show you, I just challenge them. Tell the people what the Wa and Ak is. If you're practicing, tell the people what these spells are. Tell us these people what the spells are, what the spells do. Right? That's what I ask you to do. If you're using spells, then I ask you to show the people in the open what these spells are and show us the success of these spells. Now, I will be talking to people who practice Voodoo, who practice the Congo religion. They have a more, how can I say, organic type of religion, right? But it's but behind it is science. So those are my closing words. Sorry, Kalam, to be so long.
No problem. Powerful right there. Listen, family, we've just had one of our greats, one of our sabers actually on today. We actually honored, and we actually pay homage to the great brother for actually coming on, blessing up, the sound wave and the, the video waves of the UK and our extended family as well. So salute to my saber, Reggie. Indeed. Also, family, let me give a quick shout out, man.
So excited about the UK, so he's trying to get figure out how we can all go. So we'll talk about that at another point. But that's just because of your efforts in the UK. Sarnetta wants to hit the ground in the UK running.
Jeez, that's gonna be powerful. That's gonna be too powerful. And listen, family. Also, I wanted to give a quick shout as well to Content Over Everything and the Content Over Everything team for actually putting in the work and actually getting the recordings where I'm not actually recording at present. They're doing the recordings. They're getting the powerful debates in that's actually traversing to overseas, and people are watching these things as well. So shout outs to the COE family. Big Valley in the building. Oh, man. But yes, family.
Shout out to every one of them.
That's right. You know what? That was second on my list as well. So shout outs to the Amon Ra squad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was my training ground right there. They made sure they put me through my paces. They made sure they gave me a couple, uppercuts, low blows, and chin jabs as well to make sure that I'm personally in check. So shout outs to my brothers at the Amon Ra squad for making sure that they're actually keeping that Tep Hesep, in good working order within our community, making sure that no pseudos can be slipping through the net. So shout outs to the Amon Ra squad for actually putting the work and actually raising a lot of our family over here in the UK as overseas in the US as well. So shouts to the Amon Ra squad. I have to salute you for that. Jeez. So family, I'm going to shut it down right now. Thank you for tuning in, but we are going to continue off air. So if you would like to come in and actually continue with us off air, please hit the link in the comment section to join in. But right now I'm signing out. It's 2:00 in the morning and I need to get into that Jenny Francis mode, that slow down zone. All right, family, peace, love, and I'll see you guys on the other side.